Yeah. Hey. Yeah. You talk big, you don't know. Acting sharp, but your moves so slow. Point and preach with a mouth full of smoke. Run your name, then you laugh like a joke. Sit down now, take that seat. All that heat, but your facts miss the beat. Need to watch, need to judge all day. Mad at the world, so you spit that hate. You don't build, you just break. You don't see, you just fake. Hands on glass, eyes on my moves. Try so hard, but you always lose. Trolls, talk that junk. Trolls, all that front. Go sit down, you're too late. You hate, watch life, then call it fate. Trolls, mouth so loud. Trolls, lost in the crowd. Running folks into the ground, smiling thin when the truth ain't around. You pick bones with a bit of grin, try to damn every light you see lit. But I keep mine in a steady line, hard steps forward, I'm doing fine. You can bark, you can throw your blinds till the whole room knows your game. You don't build, you just break. You don't see, you just fake. Hands on glass, eyes on my moves. Try so hard, but you always lose. Trolls, talk that junk. Trolls, all that front. No, sit down, you're too late. You hate, watch life, then call it fate. Trolls, mouth so loud. Trolls, lost in the crowd. Your crown is made of borrowed doubt. All that noise, but you fade out. I don't need your twisted praise. I keep moving through the haze. Trolls, talk that junk. Trolls, all that front. Go sit down, you're too late. You hate, watch life, then call it fate. Trolls, mouth so loud. Trolls, lost in the crowd. Shoes on fire, but the facts go boom. Talks over everyone like that makes her right. Spins a new story every single night. If you disagree, she gives you that look, then rewrites the scene like a cheap little book. Face full of layers, masking what is there. Talk so high and mighty like she lives in there. Uh-oh, here we go. Another tale, another pose. Head so far up top, she never sees her toes. You don't run this town, you just run your mouth. Vivian, calm down, Vivian, sit down. All that talk comes out, but it don't hold up. She takes up the cracks, then calls it a crown. Paints on confidence till it drips right down. Eyes going sideways till she stares you down. judging everybody like she owns the sound. Says she's heaven sent, says the worship been. But the second she's wrong, she can't even pretend. You make one small point, she flips to attack. Builds a whole parade out of thin air and crack. Oh, here we go. Another till, another pose. Head so far up top, she never sees a toe. Perfume. Maybe one day you might hear the room. Maybe one day truth cuts through the perfume. Less pose, more proof. Less crown, more heart. You keep selling smoke till it falls apart. Vivian, calm down. Calm down. Vivian, sit down. Sit down. You don't run this town, you just run your mouth. Vivian, calm down. Calm down. Vivian, sit down. Sit down. All that talk comes out, but it don't hold up. Trace the line, street by street and crime by crime. Every clue in broken light, every lie we drag to sight. You hide the truth, we hold the frame, turn each shadow into a name. We look left, we look right, take another pass tonight. One more angle, one more road, till the sealed up answers show. Pull the thread, pull the thread. Truth comes up from the dead. Pull the thread, pull the thread. We won't let the case go red. True crime warriors stand and see all the angles, all the leads. Pull the thread, pull the thread. Truth comes out. Truth comes out. Paper trails and witness gaps, timestamp, stamped signs and faded maps. We work together side by side. No ego, just the need to find what was hidden, what went wrong, who stayed silent, who played along. We look left, we look right, take another pass tonight. One more angle, one more road, till the sealed up answers show. Pull the thread, pull the thread. Truth comes up from the dead. Pull the thread, pull the thread. We won't let the case go red. True crime warriors stand and see all the angles, all the leads. Pull the thread, pull the thread. Truth comes out. Truth comes out. If the door stays shut, we kick it open. If the story bends, we break the spoken. Every bruise, every mark, every name left in the dark. No more smoke, no more truth comes up from the dead. Pull the thread, pull the thread. We won't let the case go red. True crime warriors stand and see all the angles, all the leads. Pull the thread, pull the thread. Truth comes out. Truth comes out.
All right, all you beautiful peeps, welcome back to the cafe. We are open for business. Good to see you all today. I hope you're having an amazing and beautiful day because it is what you deserve. Today, guys, we're going to jump into Miss Martha Stewart's interview, amongst a couple other things we're going to break down, discuss as we always do. Thank you so much for being here and being you, because that is what I love about you. Please make sure to hit that like button if you will. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Share this out. Let everybody know what we're doing in here today if you will. Please and thank you. That being said, you guys know how we do this. So let's get this show on the road and let's do our thing. Here we go. Here we go.
Neon lights flicker like broken halos. Whispers gather in the smoke-filled air. Tables carved with secrets and shadows. Every story's a wound laid bare. The kettle's boiling with a restless rage. Justice written on an unseen page. I sip the silence, bitter taste, waiting for the ghosts to show their face. At the TruCrime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betrayed. Mirrors cracked, reflections are liars. Ashes fall where the guilty once stood. The jukebox hums like a funeral choir. Echoes pounding through the neighborhood. Every scar is a candlelit vow. We hunt the how, we demand the now. No more silence, no more disguise. We'll paint the night with sharpened cry. At the TruCrime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betrayed. This is not a sermon, it's a battlefield hymn, a requiem dripping from the bottle's rim. The guilty write stories in invisible ink, but we'll drag it all up from the edge of the brave. At the TruCrime Cafe, the reckoning burns like a black bouquet. Every shadow will pay.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Wonderful to have you all back in the house again today. I hope you're all having an amazing and beautiful day because, well, that's what you deserve. Welcome to all the beautiful people. Come on in, guys. Grab a seat, get off your feet, grab your cup, fill it up. Let's jump into this mix, guys. We're going to go through Miss Martha Smith's interview today, review a video, a couple other things, and discuss the stuff that we discuss day after day. So thank you for being here to do that with me. I appreciate it. Thank you to the moderators for joining me. I know you all have busy lives, so thank you for taking time from those to join me today. Very much appreciated. Great to have you all here. Couldn't do this without you, as we all know. Also, it looks like Miss Sophie's in the house today. Lisa Winchester, welcome to you. Sweet Pea, welcome back to you. I am not moving out of state. No. Niall McGuire, welcome to you. Miss Jenny with peas and carrots, welcome back to you. Good to see you today. Ms. Rowe, welcome, dear. Good to see you. Morgan Peters, welcome back to you. Tattoo Gal, welcome. Good to see you. Liz Bear, welcome back to you. Miss Sleuthers dancing in. Good to see you, dear. Thank you for being here. Karen, welcome back to you. And yes, I will. To answer your question, Miss Becca, welcome. First Noel, welcome. Good to see you. I hope you're feeling better, doing well. Great to have you in the house. Shannery Man, welcome from the UK. Great to see you today. I think I said that right. Beer Pong, welcome. Good to see you today. Miss Terry, welcome back. Good to see you. Mackenzie Ray, welcome to you today. Good to see you. Superman's grandma flying in, welcome back to you. Great to have you here. Pixie Dust, welcome. Welcome back, Lala. Good to see you on this Tuesday. Miss Sher, good to see you. Or Cher, probably said that wrong. Italian Girl, great to see you. Thank you for being here. Dale Harrison, always a pleasure. Thank you for joining us, brother. Hiramino, welcome back to you. Great to see you. Miss Margaret, you as well. Let me see here. Smiling Sleuth, great to see you here today. Thank you. Blue Devil, you as well. The Mad Dog, 5,000 in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. In Stitches, great to see you. Gabriel Price, welcome back to you. Mackenzie Ray, welcome to you. Baby Ames, great to see you, Baby Ames. Mikey with the last 24s in the house. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. Everybody, please make sure to hit that like button and please share this out and let everybody know what's going on in the cafe today. Very much appreciated. As always, Turkey Creek Gal, good to see you today. From Oklahoma, thank you for joining us. I think I got everyone. Nana Banana, welcome to you. Pinto Sack, welcome. Ow. Oh, getting old hurts. I did say hello to Miss Jenny. Coming in with peas and carrots. Does anyone think these Idaho murders come at a perfect time for the governor covering up Netflix doc fail BK appealing? Now, if you type in Idaho murders, guess what kind of... Oh, I got you. Yeah. Also, there's two, count them, two more docs coming out. How many documentaries do we need to know? One of them is called, I believe one of them is going to be called Arresting Bryan Kohberger or something like that. Like, I don't know, you guys. This is getting ridiculous. DKM, welcome to you. Good to see you. Oh, I'm with you. Beer pong on that one. Beer pong, strawberry, banana strawberry. Yeah, it gets to me too. Buried in with the first one. 100%, Sophie. 100%. Why do we need 25 of them to tell HBO? That's it. HBO Max and the ID channel, Catching Kohberger. You guys are on point, so I don't need to tell you nothing. You know more than I do. Yeah. I'm probably not going to be watching those. Catching Kohberger. Are you serious? How many do we need? Come on. Right turn, Clyde. Welcome. Good out to see you, my friend. Boo. Yes, Boo is right. We don't need no more. Put out something that tells the truth. How about that one? Give us a documentary that tells us a little bit of what actually happened, what the truth is. The truth is. It's unbelievable. The tomboy has flown in. Welcome, tomboy. Oh, well, here's what. Look at the timing. Bryan just, posted for PCR. Now they got to put out more docs to make you believe he's guilty. Because they don't have no evidence to prove it. Definitely going hard. I agree. Linda Robinson, welcome. Yes. Karen Polkres, good afternoon to you. Netflix doc left more questions than answers and left out critical evidence. 100% it did. They all do. They all do. Yeah, catching Kohberger. Like he was hiding from you. Come on. SB93. Good to see you, my friend. Lexi S20. Come on in. Grab a seat. Miss Kathleen, good to see you. Zero evidence. None. Zero. Bryan's Brown Bananas. Harry Potter's beard. Welcome, dear. Looks like we got 174 peeps in the house, and it looks like 64 likes. All right, come on now. Hit that like button, please. Share it out. Miss Hall's good to see you. Yeah, you won't get me to watch him either, Ro. Me too, Kathleen. Me too. Definitely praying he gets a trial. Tomboy. Is Bubbles here? I didn't think she was here yet. Like, right. He's hiding. Bryan's hiding, huh? Yeah. Had to catching him. It's ridiculous. Skilla's in the house. What's happening, Skilla? I didn't see Bubbles. Where did Bubbles? Where's Bubbles? There's Bubbles right there. Haven't watched any of them. Nope. After this Netflix fail, because I was just watching the Netflix one to see if it was going to show anything that Chris Wickham said it was going to. He claimed that it was going to be a reverse of what we've seen. And no, it wasn't. Yeah, she's here. I don't need a smartass today, Tomboy. I got plenty of them. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Always a smartass. Always. Abusing me again. Nothing half-ass is in the house. Miss Fancy, good to see you today. Thank you for being here. Miss Kawanda, welcome, dear. Good to see you. Spooky. That's a good way to put it. Moto Man, what's happening, brother? Good to see you. Yeah, spooky is a good way to put it. Let's see here. Stunned that every documentary is completed and released together. It's been a year, no staggering. Thank you. Timing. Nothing. Timing. It's ridiculous. As if we're not going to notice it. Come on. Smartasses. I love the Blue Crew. I do. Believe it or not, I do. But they're smartasses, all of them. Every single one of them. But I would not trade them for anything because they are the best. Miss Kathy's in the house. Wonderful to see you today, dear. Just wanted to say, although BK referred to miscarriage of justice in his July 26 statement, no mainstream media interview discussing BK PCR case to predict he'll fail. References Hunter versus U.S. Good point, Kathy. Do you think they're going to put any kind of a mainstream thing out? You know what their best bet would be? Is to do an interview with Bryan. Do you ever think they would do that? Nope. Especially now that he's filed for PCR. That would make be the best thing that mainstream could do. Any legacy media channel could go and get an interview with Bryan Kohberger, specifically now, would be the best thing for their ratings. None of them will do it, though, because they're not allowed. Great point, Kathy. Thank you for being here. And guys, please make sure that you subscribe to Kathy's Indie Zone to get the facts and the truth. Please and thank ya. Welcome, Randy Furr, my brother from another mother. Good to see you. Right. Garza versus Idaho. Maybe they need to read something. Maybe we should read it to them. Let's see. Yeah, what's tomorrow night? We're being kept in the dark, Sleuthy. There's the link. Thank you, Bubbles. Thank you, guys. Make sure, please subscribe to Miss Kathy. Please and thank you. Show some love and support over there. She definitely deserves it. She works very hard to make us, to give us the content to help us to understand what's going on. Tomorrow evening, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us at Mike's. Special guest Hildreth Investigates and Moto. Mikey, oh, the last 24. Hell yeah. I did not know that. So be it. Make sure you're there. Yes, I do see that now. Nobody told me. Sorry, I didn't know. Let's see. I'm the last to know everything. Guess I'm not impotent enough. It's okay, though. It's okay. That's okay. I didn't even get a notification. Nothing. Not a thing. But that isn't surprise. I don't get notifications for Kathy. I don't get anybody. So make sure you guys are tuned in to the last 24 tomorrow night. Please and thank you. Let's see here. 204 peeps in the house, 89 likes. It's catching up. You guys are awesome. Yeah. I wasn't asking you. I know what your answer is going to be. It is a Dago thing. It'll be a Dago thing. It's always a Dago thing. It's all good, though. It's all good. I can't even be in a good mood when I want to be in a good mood, when I'm not in a good mood because I want to be in a good mood. Oh, yeah. We saw that photograph. I think I showed that a long time back there, Niall. That's been out for a minute, though. I'm surprised he doesn't know that. Right there's the link for the last 24. Check it out. Make sure to subscribe, share it out, and make sure you're there, guys. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's always a great show. Amber Eyes, welcome to you. Nothing half-assed says we need to start writing opinions and letters to the editor in every newspaper we can find. I have some writing skills. I will bust out. Pen is mightier than a sword sometimes. Amen to that one. That's a good point. Nothing. Guys, make sure to subscribe to Moto Man, his new channel, if you will. Please and thank you. There's the link right there. Miss Bubbles is posting for us. Just kicking that channel off, but we know to make sure that he gets it moving quick. Subscribe and help that grow and show some support because he supports all of us, so we need to support him as well. And Nate is Steve's brother, but these trolls can think what they want. It's all good. All right, all right. Oh, and also, 1 minute. You are welcome, Mr. Moto. Hold on here. Just making sure everybody's going to be in here before we get kicking. All right. Mandy Gillian, welcome to you. Great to see ya. Thank you all for subscribing to those channels. You guys rock. Very much appreciated from them as all of us. We're all one big family out here, guys. So we got to support each other in every way we can. So we all work together to make this stuff happen. Bridget Gentile, welcome to you. Miss Michelle F., welcome to you. Ms. Margaret as well. Thank you all. Let's grow these channels, support these people, and make this unity stronger and larger. The more, the better. It takes a village, folks. We say that all the time. And we are growing a village for sure. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Also, another channel for a little bit of a laugh, guys. I always miss out on saying this, but when she's here, I definitely try to. Nothing Half-Assed has a great channel. She does so many awesome things. It will definitely put a smile on your face when you're having a bad day. So please go check her out as well. And watch Miss Fancy do her thing over there. Oh, wait a minute here. Do we have... That's what I thought. Give me 1 minute. We will kick this off in just 1 second. Thank you, Bubbles. There's Miss Nothing Half-Assed channel. Please make sure you guys subscribe. It is definitely will put a smile on your face. She does a great job over there, guys. Sometimes we need to just be able to smile with all this crap we deal with day after day. There's the place to do it. Looks like we got a birthday in the house, everybody. Please make sure you wish Miss Mandy Gillian a happy birthday. Wish her an awesome day. Oh, wait a minute. And of course, Miss Mandy, you know how we do it here. So give me 1 second here to throw this up for you. From the crew here at the cafe. One minute. Just a minute. And again, hopefully this makes you laugh a little and makes you have a great day. Gulf Coast, welcome to you. Here we go.
Happy birthday, Mandy. Corrupsi bot. Happy birthday, Mandy. Happy birthday to you, hip, hip, hip. This is your birthday, bam. Silap, Mandy. Ha 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 ha.
Tengo el sonido de la lata. Ponte sexy, ponte maníaca. Invita a tus amigas que yo tengo la mata.
Sosobritamusic.net.
¡Coge! ¡Que tú cogemos! ¡Mueve la raza, que raza con todo! ¡Coge! ¡Que tú cogemos! ¡Cati, coge todo! ¡Coge! ¡Que tú cogemos! ¡Mueve la raza, que raza!
All right. There you go, Mandy. That was disturbing, but happy birthday. And of course, oh, wow. That was interesting. Everybody gets a cake. Make sure you make a wish and have an amazing day and an awesome year. Hopefully, we can do this again next year. Now, this one doesn't sing to you. My apologies. Make a wish and blow it out. And again, everybody, please, as you're coming in, make sure you wish Miss Mandy Gillian a happy birthday. Miss Sylvia, welcome to you. Welcome from Cape Breton Island in Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia. Davey White, welcome, bro. Always happy to see you, brother. That was the remix. There you go. Again, happy birthday, Miss Mandy. I hope you have an amazing day, dear. All right. You guys are awesome. Thank you for that. Realize, analyze. Welcome to you. Shoe Booty, welcome. Canadian Cat Ladies in the house. Welcome there, dear. El Price, good to see ya. Looks like we got 209 peeps in the house. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Miss Gail, thank you for those. And of course, Manny, thanks you as well. Don't forget, you guys, this Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to join us for the Verdict Room Unfiltered with myself, Miss Logan from Bronx Tales, Kim from Typically Unique will be back with us, and of course, Mikey with the last 24 this week. We will be joined by Mr. Attorney Andrew Myers and Miss Yoli. I am excited and cannot wait for that one, guys. 6 p.m. this Saturday coming up. Cannot wait. Tanel Ray, welcome to you. Dig the pass for you. Great to see you. Thank you, SRB, for posting that as well. Crafty Mama, welcome to you. You are more than welcome, my dear. I hope you have an amazing day and a more than amazing year. You deserve it. Sylvia Hurley, welcome. Let's see what we got here. Let's see here. Okay, doke. We're good to go. Seen your lives a few times, but I've never heard your what or who you believe might be involved. I don't believe Bryan Kohberger's involved, first and foremost. I've given my theory as to who I think could be involved, and I have no problem repeating it. Which I'll get down. I'll get into it here in a little bit once we get through this and get this started. I have a guest that's going to be joining me as well to discuss this interview. Let me see here. You are so very welcome, Andy. I wish we could do more. I think I got everybody here. I do to you. All right, let me grab this. Get this set up. It is interesting, in my opinion, and we're going to break down some other stuff too today. Thank you, Slither. Holy shnikes. Wow. Thank you so much, dear. 20 new memberships. Well, we got to go through that real quick. Just dropped. That is awesome. Welcome to all the new meatballs. And it looks like we got Verity Lane, Tanel Ray, Lisa the Libra, Shoe Booty, Riz Biz, Sarabella, Giovanna Di Stefano, hold on, Megamind, C. Diane, Angela Stones, Anonymous Body, Karma Libra, Mindy T13, Allison Faye, Smile Now, Cry Later, Animals Over Human, Robot Glock, the American. Oop, it keeps moving. The American Within, Mayhem Miracle 700. I think that did it. Welcome, all you awesome meatballs. Thank you so much, Luther. You're an angel. God bless, hon. Very much appreciated. Always, always so generous. And you're amazing. Thank you, dear. We appreciate you so very much. Please make sure you guys, for those of you that receive the memberships, make sure you guys thank Sluther for that. She's so very, very generous always. Simply Solo, welcome, Yinzal. Jeebs, I see you. Welcome to you. And Cassie's in, and we even got Cassie here. It must be a special occasion. It is. It's a birthday. That's right. Giraffes, brah. Love that name. Giraffes, brah. That is hilarious.
Bruh.
And of course,
My name is Jeff.
there we go. For those of you that crave that daily, Sluther's awesome. I know. Very sweet of you. Thank you so much. All right. Let's get this thing moving. And there we are. I knew that was coming. All right. Welcome, Miss Sweet Pea. How are you today?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you for asking. And thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Have you seen this interview yet?
I watched it this morning.
Okay. So you got plenty to say about it. Good.
I do
Okay.
have stuff to say about it.
Awesome. Very, very awesome. Firebox, welcome to you. Good to see you today. Ozzy McGlynn, same with you. I said hi to you yesterday, too, Cassie. Boy, you guys are in moods today. Thank you so much for being so nice to me. Sheesh. It's Sleuthy. Sorry, Sleuther. Sleuthy, I'm sorry. Boy, I tell you what. I wonder if I was mean to them, if they would be nicer to me. What do you guys think? Maybe? Being that I'm so nice to them, they treat me like poo-poo. That's okay. It's okay. I still love them all. Every one of them.
It's a family thing, you know.
It is. It is.
You guys have known each other a long time.
Yep. I love every single one of them, too, with all my heart and soul, even though they're mean to me.
Yep.
It's okay. That's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. Mr. Moto, how are you, sir? He didn't even
Not
knock
too
on
bad,
the
David.
door.
How are you doing today?
He's getting comfortable with me. Didn't even walk in the door. He just, or knock on the door, he just walks right in.
I just came
Thanks.
through
Just
the window.
walk right in.
Yep. I got you.
Hi, Moto.
Hey, how's it going, Sweet Pea?
Good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad.
Good.
Ah, well, that person had some manners enough to knock on the door. Hold on here. Miss Becky, good to see you this afternoon. Angie B, welcome. Well, thank you so much to know. By the way, you guys, please understand, my mods are amazing. I'm teasing when I say all that. I mean, they do give me a hard time, but I wouldn't have it any other way. And I do truly love and adore each one of them. I wouldn't be here without them. So when I pick like that, just know I'm not being real. They are though. Let's see. I think that is everybody this time. Fantastic. Wonderful to see you. All right. And hold on here. There she is. Welcome, Miss Realize. How are you today?
Hey, Dago. Hey, everybody. Hey, Moto. Hey, Sweet Pea.
Hey,
Hey.
Realize, how are you?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Not too
Good.
bad.
Thanks for letting me in.
Oh,
My
of
mom
course.
always taught me to have manners now, you know. But then once in a while, you can slip through, you know, just, you
It
know,
happens. It
once
happens.
in a while. My uncle used to do it all the time. He would knock, he would do like a knock, but then he would just like one knock and then open the door. So if you ever left your door unlocked, he would just
Yes.
like appear in the living room, like, what are you doing here?
There you
Uncle was
go.
crazy.
There you go. Miss Claire, welcome to you. So today we're breaking down this Martha Smith interview. We're going to break it down and talk about some other stuff as well in relation to all of this. But thank you guys for being here to join me. As we do, there's some things to discuss in this one, I think, for sure. And especially one specific thing I think is kind of important we're going to hit on when we hit it. Thank you again. Everybody that has not yet done it, please do it if you haven't. And subscribe to Connor. Connor has done some amazing things and helped us with this within this case by bringing us these interviews and some other things he's done. His link is there in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to him, hit the like button, notifier, all that stuff, and let him know how much we appreciate him. Please and thank you. Because a lot of this we wouldn't have had without him. So,
Connor's great.
yes, he does
Very
amazing things. We appreciate him very much. So, again, and these interviews drive me insane because there's so many redactions. Welcome, Karma Police. Great to see you today. For no reason. There shouldn't be any redactions at all. I don't think. That's my opinion. But unless they're redacting somebody's social security number and their address, that's all I think should be redacted. And they've completely gone out of the water with these redactions. It's insane.
Well, I thought that was the law.
It's supposed to be. That's what I was saying last night when I was on Crimes After Dark. We were talking about that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mystic Sin, welcome. And Ray Jonaries, I think, welcome today. Yes. Yep. And we're going to discuss that as well, Ray. Thank you for being here.
We're going to talk about the Today Show.
Yeah, because that's
Nice.
once again, threats, which shouldn't be. They just let it go. Like it's nothing. Nobody says a word. Nobody says anything. Welcome, Chris. Good to see you, my friend. So, yeah, we're going to break that down a little bit today, too.
Awesome.
All right, on we go.
All right, it is November 18th at 2:17 p.m. This is Idaho State Police Detective Matt Wernsing and HSI Task Force Officer Sage Collins. And we are here with, if you could please spell your first and last name.
Here we go. Redact number 1.
What's your date of birth? All right, and I know I just asked you this, but we'll get on the recording. So how do you know the victims of this?
So Xana was a really close friend of mine. I'd say outside of my story, like she was one of like the closest people, like closest friend group we had. We were always together. Not always together, but like on the weekends and stuff. Like that's who I partied with, and that's who I was always around. And then Ethan was a really good friend of mine from a fraternity I was really close to. I knew of Maddie Mogan, and I had never met Kaylee.
Yeah, no. Thank you, you too.
And correct me if I'm wrong. You had spent a little bit of time with Xana and Ethan the night or two prior to the incident, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. So will you just kind of walk through, I guess, go as far back as you feel is pertinent, and then as you're recalling things, I would say don't. If there's like a small detail that you think is like, oh, that's not important or something like that, or something that maybe doesn't sit well with you, we're trying to gather as much information as we can. And so anything big or small, any information that you have, we'll take from you. So like I said, go back about as far as you think is pertinent in regard to Saturday or even Friday. And just, like I said, we'll kind of give you like an open narrative forum to.
Okay. So Saturday was like kind of a weird day. It was raining. It was like the last home football game, and there just wasn't a ton of people out. And it was in Vision, Idaho, so it was supposed to be dry on campus. And so we weren't even supposed to really have a lodge party. And a lodge party is typically what like Sigma Chi would throw. They threw it all the time. It was like verified through the university, verified through FSL, like it was fine. And we all showed up to the lodge party, and it was kind of a weird, like there weren't many people, like it was kind of slow. Like usually the lodge party is kind of the biggest party on campus, and like everybody comes, and they keep names on everybody that comes in. And so Sigma Chi has a complete list of everyone that walks through the door.
And real quick, not to interrupt you, I apologize.
You're good.
I am not remarkably familiar with Greek culture. What is a lodge party?
So a lodge party, the only reason they call it a lodge party is Sigma Chi's like big party room is like they call it the lodge.
Okay.
And so everybody, you go in whenever at the front of the door, like there's certain people that will like like last year, I never walked through the door with like the guys at the front, but they have like people who are sober at the front, like looking at vandal IDs, like taking names down, because for FSL you have to make sure like you know who's coming in and out.
And what is FSL?
Fraternity is 40 life, so it's like a group of like adults that like make sure that everything's good, and they keep tabs on everybody. But like for me, like I would usually read the pregame, so I wouldn't be involved in that like list, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And like if I walked through, like obviously like I ran for their sweetheart, so like I probably didn't get written down. But like anybody who like they don't know or like are super familiar with, typically it's written down or they have to be on the list. And so, you go in, whatever. There wasn't a ton of people there that night, and so I spent a lot of time in the apartments that night. So Sigma Chi is set up, and they have like their big party room like right here, and then they have like a grassy area out here, and then like apartments that go around like in this like big like square. And we were in an apartment. And I was sitting in there, and I guess I walked in, and Xana was in there, and I always like every time I see Xana, it was always like, oh my god, thank God you're here. Like, so we sat down and we talked for a while about like how healthy her and Ethan's relationship was, and how she was really excited for her like wedding with him, because it was, I mean, like not that they were going to get married anytime soon, but just like hypothetically speaking, like some Pi Phi wedding would be like really fun and stuff. Just talked about that for a while. I think I went back in and out of the lodge a couple times, and like Xana, like. That group could party pretty hard, and like sometimes you look over and you're like, oh my gosh, you guys are really drunk right now. Like of course like me too, like all of us, we're in grade 5. And Xana like wasn't super drunk that night. Like it wasn't like she was like plastered by any means. And my friend in this other room took a photo of her that night at 2:00.
I'm gonna stop for the first time here. Any thoughts, feelings, opinions thus far? Anybody up here or anybody at all?
I thought it was interesting that, of course, that she didn't know Kaylee. Of course, that's another one.
Nobody does.
And
even the people that, you know what, Sweet Pea, it's funny you said that, because I was going to say last night when we were on Crimes After Dark, we talked about that. Even the people that know Kaylee don't know Kaylee. Like Bianca Perez claimed to be a friend real close to her. She doesn't know her either. So nobody knows Kaylee. It's interesting.
It is very interesting. So I picked up on that really. That's the biggest thing for me, I would think. And then how sweet it was, of course, that Ethan, Xana's talking about, wedding with Ethan. Like how sad is that? Like it's sad but sweet and happy. It's one of those things,
Yes, I can agree. And hold on real quick, everybody.
When she was out.
Annette Murphy, thank you so much for that super chat. God bless. You're so generous and very appreciative of that. Thank you so very much. Words, I don't have words. You guys are amazing. And of course, we all know Manny appreciates it very much as well. Thank you again, Annette. So very much appreciated. So generous.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very much so, yes. You guys are all amazing. Even if the ones that don't, you don't have to donate to be called amazing. You're just all amazing just for being here and for being who you are. Every single one of you. So thank you so much. Welcome, Missy Cat. She does talk fast. I've almost thought about slowing it down. Jesus.
Yeah. She was like, and I talk fast. I live in Jersey, so like, I mean, I'm predisposed to that. But
yeah.
I had her on 85 speed or something like that when I was listening to the interview, and it doesn't make it real slow. It actually, helped it kind of make it a little bit normal in some spots that she was talking too fast. But I do find it interesting that, what she says too about how she was really close with Sigma Chi.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
She doesn't match with the other girls that we've seen either. Like, look at her.
Yeah, she's I was thinking that too. She looks more on the preppy side, more conservative,
I can see why somebody in the chat said it. She nothing half-assed. She reminds me of a teacher. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like a preschool teacher or something. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she really, because nobody else looks like that. Like nobody that they've interviewed, I guess, that we've seen so far at all. Yeah.
Fully agree.
So this person doesn't know Kaylee either. Is that right?
Yes.
All right.
They've only
Nobody
interviewed
knows.
if my memory serves right. Sorry, I can't talk for shit today. If my memory serves me right, Moto. Good God, that was hard. Sorry. Um, I think we've talked to or heard from 3 people that actually know Kaylee. It's crazy. Sorry.
It's almost unbelievable, but I mean, I guess you look at how dense, like, and I mean like densely populated, you know, how they got everything together there in the Greek life. It's like, you know, I guess there are some that don't commingle, but when you talk about Sigma Chi and, you know, certain sororities, and I would think that they would have had to have known each other on some level, but perhaps they didn't mesh well together. You know, maybe they just weren't each other's type to hang out with, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense though, because everybody that says that they knew Kelly, they said that they loved Kelly. So I mean,
Yeah.
if she had one of those attractive personalities, then why wouldn't more people know her?
Thank you. That's it right there. I mean, I know it's been stated that she was very private, but it's
But
also
they
been
don't really
stated that
give that impression, though.
no.
What the impression that we got was that Kaylee was a party girl too, which is fine.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're hearing from all the party people.
No.
No, and then at the same
It's
time,
a
like,
different kind of partying, I guess.
well, yeah, that's been learned recently as well.
I know, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe that's never, yeah.
She could be, Terry. She could be. It's hard to remember with all these people. Also, we also heard that Kaylee, during parties that were had at the 1122 house, she would hide up in her bedroom. She didn't really associate with these people, so that kind of, I guess, that kind of plays into this in some senses. But how much of that do I believe? And again, this takes me all the way back to you guys when I said that there seemed to be some kind of distancing with her in some aspect, which now, you know, a lot of people look at her as possibly the target. I got to wonder if all of this plays to get works itself into each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I would think that that's one of the things that first came to my mind, you know, is this a intentional distancing by just saying, you know what, we didn't really know her. And that way the questions would just stop.
That's bingo. That's kind of the point that I was pointing at. Yes, I fully agree with you. She was a senior, and that is the point Sleuthie just made. A lot of the girls that she hung out with had already graduated. Yes.
Yeah, she had a full-time job. So, I mean, I'm sure she wasn't out late at night a lot of times or on the weeknights, you know, like a lot of the other kids. But
yes.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, if she's over at the house, like I guess she just stays in her room.
Right. And then again, Crying Broberger says is it an upperclassman, lowerclassman thing?
Sorry.
It could be. I agree with that. And Electra, welcome from Serbia. That's awesome. This nonsense stinks up over here. I love you all. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here.
Isn't that remarkable that you're just, you know, people like, you know, your channel makes it all the way out all across the world, you know, not just the nation.
It blows my mind every time I see it. That's why I like asking people sometimes to post it in chat, because we have people coming from everywhere.
It's everywhere. Amazing. It's amazing. I love it.
Yes, I agree. And yeah, she had a babysitting, coffee shop work, extreme networks. I think I heard they were all on a dean's list. I've heard that as well. I don't know if it's true or not, but yes, she was busy for sure. So that could play into it too. You know, maybe she didn't have time to know all these people. That's a good point.
Yeah, and she's a very studious person. Yeah, she's very studious and very, you know, she could be just okay. So I'm going to look at it in terms of high school, because I mean, I went to technical school. I went to school a few times after high school, but in terms of how tribes, so to speak, work in school, social groups, you know, you got I mean, I knew people, I talked to everybody, but like, you know, the people that I hung out were more like me. You know, so like the brains, the really studious, you know, smart, you know, honor roll, you know, people that stood out, you know, they weren't in my crowd. So
yeah, right,
you know,
right.
And it's just the way it was, you know, and I think that's just, we naturally gravitate towards people who are most like us, especially when you're in college and you really are, you know, more focused, you know.
Well, it also sounds like she was planning her life moving forward as an adult out of school and all these other things as well. So that, in my opinion, is very important as well.
Yes.
And this is amazing. Like what you just pointed out, Miss Ika's from Portugal.
There you
We
go.
have Charlotte Durner coming from Germany. This is amazing. And of course, Sue Sleepless in South Africa, Cape Town, South Africa. This is amazing, you guys.
I love it. It makes me so happy. I love it.
And of course, north of England, we have a lot of our UKers, our Aussies, and everybody. It's amazing that we reach that far. I love it.
This case is
Truly.
like made it all the way around the world and then some.
Yes, it's not just national, it's not just local. It's it's worldwide, folks. Absolutely worldwide, and it's amazing to me.
And look how many eyes are on this case. It's like, this is the part I love, how much they went through these lengths to try and keep this stuff under wraps and just hope that it would go away. And now they've got millions of eyes all over it. And it just makes me giddy. I just love it. I love it. I love that.
100%. Yes, you are absolutely correct. Niall is out of Ireland. That's amazing. New Zealand,
Aaron
Miss Chanel,
go Brock.
South Wales. Ireland as well. This is amazing. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here with us. Truly appreciate each and every one of you, no matter where you are. That's why when I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, because people are everywhere. So
everywhere. That's right.
You never know what time of day it is there, and it doesn't matter to me. I love you all wherever you are. Period. So very much appreciated. And then we got Miami. Thank you, Miss Lisa. Enjoying that hot beach weather in Miami. That's awesome. They responded to you, said Tiak. I can't even pronounce that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's that? Where's that at?
That's Ireland.
Is that talk for that's Ireland? That's Irish.
That's what I'm guessing. Yeah.
Oh, Irish talk. Is
there
that Gaelic? Gaelic?
I don't know. That's something new for me. Very cool. Very cool. Verity's on the Isle of Wight. That's awesome. Just off UK. That's
I think
very
of Game
cool.
of Thrones. You start getting to Ireland, Scotland, UK. I start thinking of Game of Thrones.
Right.
Yeah.
Joniquas is in Nottingham. That's awesome. Hartville. Hey, I know where that's at. I know where you're at, Miss Terry. Tennessee. Welcome from down south. Always love it. Of course, I'm in south of Cleveland here in Ohio, in between Cleveland and Akron.
Oh, Akron's one of the places that for a company I work for where one of our offices are. So I've been there a few times.
Awesome. It's not Akron's not a very nice place, but
no. Well, I didn't get a chance to peruse as much, but Cleveland.
You don't want to peruse in Akron. I'll just be honest with you. So that's pronounced Chucky Arla. Chucky Arla. Okay, thank you.
Nice.
Very interesting. Williams in the house. Good to see you, brother. Out of New Orleans. Good to see you.
New Orleans, yeah.
Frustration Speculation, Livingston, Atlanta, Georgia. Appreciate that, Miss Kawanda. You guys are awesome. Northern England, Karma Police. And Halls is down in Texas. So we got a lot of people living down in hell there in Texas.
Yeah, man. You know what I think of though when I hear Texas? I think of Pee Wee's Big Adventure when he's on the phone, or and he goes and he sings that song. The stars lights are big and bright, and everybody claps his hands, and they all sing "Deep in the Heart of Texas."
That's hilarious. Hilarious.
It's one of my favorite movies.
People love the English accent, but I didn't think I have an accent, but to somebody that's in the UK, I imagine I will for sure. We all would. North Carolina. Miss Tammy's in Boise. Idaho.
Boise.
Oh, we got Emil Ray's in Toulouse, France. That's awesome. Wow. We're everywhere today. Truly.
Everywhere.
Thank you so much, Miss Claire.
It's so nice to see that so many people around the world care about justice for these children, these young adults, these beautiful people.
That's what I'm saying. It just gets me hype. I love it.
Agreed. Welcome from Nashville Tattoo. Patterson, New Jersey. Another Jersey girl guy.
Jersey
I can't
in
tell.
The house.
Miss Becca's a Jersey girl, right? Columbus, Georgia. Colorado. Miss Tarabusa, Kentucky. We have worldwide, and we have the best meatballs in the world, period.
Yes.
Missoula, Montana. Speaking of which, I'm very angry. I just watched, I finally talked myself into watching Yellowstone, believe it or not. It took me forever. St. Louis, Missouri, and I just watched the episode where they took out John Dutton, and I was like, I was pissed off immediately. So
I'm in Missouri.
From London, Sweet Peas in Missouri.
Nice, Missouri. I've never been there.
Is it me either?
Never
Me
been to
either.
Missouri.
Nana's in St. Louis and Missoula. We got lots of Missourians in here. Making sure Miss Cassie is in Washington, as my dad would say it.
You gotta
Washington.
wash. That's where you wash your clothes and you
Yeah.
wash your car.
Washington. That's how my dad says it. I'm like,
My
Dad,
dad says
there's
it.
no R in Washington, Dad. He's like,
He
shut up.
says, "Yep, I'm gonna wash the clothes. I'm gonna wash
Mhm.
the car."
And see, my grandfather was from Oklahoma, so like he used to say wash too. So somewhere like in the region they talk
It's
like
in
that.
Missouri. Yeah, we say that in Missouri too. It took me forever to learn not to say that like that because I was so embarrassed.
Yep. Crime Tours, thank you so much for that. On Golden Pond, Maine. I love Maine.
Ooh,
All
Maine is
the
beautiful. Maine is
Maine,
beautiful.
Connect, all the thing, everything up there in that area. I've always wanted to go there. Always.
yes, New
My
England
cousins used to
states.
go up there and camp up there in cabins. My cousins used to go up there, like my older cousins used to go up there like every year and do that.
It is beautiful. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
They say Warsh in California, really? I never thought of that. Wendy's in Pittsburgh, neighbor. Moonflower, welcome. Nurse Lisa, welcome. Thank you for joining us. What does that say? Hey, Digital did call Blu-ray out on his bullshit. Good.
Yeah,
We
that was good. Did you see that, Dago?
I did not. No.
It's like a mini article where they literally. I recommend. It's a short article. You could look
Yeah,
it
if
up.
anybody has it, send it to me, please. I will definitely go over it. Cynthia, welcome from Tennessee. Exotic East Tennessee, welcome. Blue
I love
Devil.
Tennessee.
Yes, very pretty. And Miss Annette is in Michigan. She's right above me, another neighbor. Columbus, Georgia. Cool. Wow, you guys are awesome today. On it. Fulton, Illinois. That's awesome. Crying Broberger. Bama girl in the house. Roll Tide roll.
It makes me laugh. I love it. I
know.
love that name.
All right, I'll stop rambling and move on with this damn interview. This is why you guys are here.
We have to show
Sure.
some love. You know, Doug,
Yeah,
you're full
of
of love.
course.
We love to share the love.
100%. Yes, yes, yes. Friendly Snake, welcome. Aaron Go Bra. There you go. That's what that meant. I got you. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Yellowstone pissed me off today. It took me forever and a day to start watching it, and then they take out my favorite character, John Dutton, and I said, "You got to be kidding me." I'm just irritated.
Oh, it's because Kevin Costner, dude. He had a baby, a little fit, a baby fit, and he quit.
Oh well, whatever. It's all good.
Yeah, that's why it was just he had wanted to leave the show and do his own thing, so they had to kill him off.
I get it. Welcome, Miss Kendra, Truth Lobbyist. I'm gonna check that out. I definitely want to see that because if finally somebody of some kind of importance called him out, good. It's about damn time somebody did.
It's a little, but it's something.
It doesn't matter. Any little bit with something like that, it all counts. Yes.
It's nice.
Good stuff. I will check that out. Maybe we can look at it here as soon as I get through this, if I can shut up long enough.
Sigma Chi playing the guitar and put it on her story, and so obviously she has that photo. You guys want to see it? Do you care, or is it just not really?
If you wouldn't mind
I have
reading
it.
Welcome, Miss Paula.
So many photos from recently. So this is on Jack's story right at 2:00 in the morning in Sigma Chi, and that's Santa.
All right, and that was
That's at 2:00.
2
It doesn't say it, but
like right at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, right at 2:00. It's on timestamps. I just have a screenshot of her story.
And who's
The girl over here.
okay?
Yeah. And I don't really know how Jack got home that night, but like, I know when everybody was leaving, I think Zan and Ethan just got up and walked home. Like, I don't think that they didn't go anywhere else. I think they just went home after that. And I got a ride home with a kid named Mike, who was a Sigma Chi sober bro. Remember how I said like there's like sober kids that sit at the door and watch who comes in? Mike was one of those sober bros.
Okay.
And so he gave me a ride home to Game of 5. And then probably like literally right after went to grub truck and picked up Kaylee and Morgan. Maddie, sorry, I would say her last name. Yeah, Maddie and Kaylee. And in the grub truck video, you can see a bunch of Sigma Chi's and a bunch of kids are there. They're all hanging out with them, and then they walk over out of that video and they go over to their Silverado car and drove them home.
Do we know why she thinks that the soap?
What was your question?
Do we know why she believes that the Sobro drove Maddie and Kaylee home?
No idea, but that's an interesting point because it was brought up last night. I heard it that we were told, we've been told for years that Gower is the one that took him home, and now we're hearing this. So I don't know. That's a good point. Do we need to back up and hear it again, or?
No, I don't think she says. I mean, I think it's just
Maybe she was told that herself.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Or because she got a ride home from a Sobro, so I don't know if the Sobro was like, I'm dropping you off and going to pick them up.
Yeah, maybe. That's
But
a good point.
If that's the case, that's not Eric Gower.
No, and we've always had questions about Gower with certain things, so I don't know. I mean, it was said by many people that Gower was the one that brought him home, so I don't know how to take that. Maybe it was just a misunderstanding.
Maybe. We'll see.
Oh, okay, so he asked her about knowing Gower at the end. Okay.
Oh, I guess I missed that part.
It's all good. It's all good. On we go.
And you said, I'm sorry, you said
Yeah.
Yeah, and picked up.
And is a guy or gal?
Is a guy.
Okay.
Colby, I believe.
Called him sober, bro.
Uh-huh.
And
I don't know if Colby was sober, but I think he just came to get a girl truck, but I know he was a sober road driver that night.
all right.
That's what I think too, SRB.
And I'm sorry, did you say you went down to the grub truck?
I did not know.
Okay.
I went home. So Rob picked me up only, and I was like one of the last people left. I almost walked home alone that night.
And he picked you up from
Sigma Chi.
Sigma Chi.
Because he is a Sigma Chi, and he drove me back to.
Do you know about what time that was?
That must have been.
I'll be right back. Got to run to the little boys' room and let it play.
Probably right around 2.
And then from there, went and picked up the girls from the grub truck.
I don't know if he went home first, but I know he's in the grub truck video, and I know that's who drove them home.
When you say the grub truck video, you mean the live feed Twitch one?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so you were at Sigma Chi. Did you spend most of the time there at that apartment you were talking about?
Mm-hmm. I didn't go into any other apartments that night.
And did you go anywhere else? Did you go back into the lodge or anything like that?
Well, I went back and forth to the lodge in that apartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was Xana there the whole time?
I think Xana came back. Xana was just kind of bopping with us, like just
Okay.
back and forth to the lodge, apartment, hang out for a little bit, kind of thing.
All right. When was the last time you saw Xana before? Where does Jay live?
She's
Okay.
so she's with me.
And
we live in the same house.
okay, and the video that you saw is in Jay's room, you said?
The video, so the photo I just showed you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a photo of Xana in the apartment that we were all hanging out at 2 a.m. at Sigma Chi.
Okay. All right. So when was the last time that you saw Xana at Sigma Chi in your?
Well, I sat with her for a really long time, and then I sat with her. So probably the last time I sat down and talked to Xana was probably around 12:45-ish, maybe.
Did you see Xana leave? Was she there when?
Jack probably did.
Do you know if she was still there when you left?
I think she was.
Okay.
But I don't know that for a fact.
Okay.
I was kind of on the line.
Alrighty.
So.
And so you got a ride home from. And then what happened?
I went home. We'd ordered pizza, so we were all sitting in my like what they call like the day room. So you have like your day room where you keep all your stuff, and like the porch is where we all sleep. And I was hanging out with all my friends in our day room eating pizza, and then one of our friends texted us and was like, "Hey, do you guys want to come over to Big?" And we're like, "Yeah." And so we were at Big probably till around like 4-ish in the morning. And then the next day I woke up and I was supposed to go study with some of the Sigma Chi's. And so I went over to Sigma Chi around noon when we all found out about this.
Got it. Did you stay at the house?
No, I did not. I came back to, we all came back.
So you.
Was there something I needed to back up on? Or is everything good?
I'm good.
Okay. Just making sure.
It went to bed around 4.
No, we went to bed probably around 2:30 and then came back around 4. And Ben's our next door neighbor.
Okay.
Sigma Chi is like, so we have like Old Greek where it's like most of the Greek houses. And then like all the way across campus on Admin Lawn is where Sigma Chi, AGD, AKL is.
Okay.
So it's like a separate thing. Yeah, it's a pretty good walk. It's a solid like 5-6 minute, 7-minute walk.
And you said they're your next, like they're actually your next door neighbor. I'm really sorry. What sorority are you in?
I'm
Hi.
Yeah.
And where is your house and the house in reference to the victim's house? Are they anywhere close?
No, they're very far away.
Okay.
Well, not, I mean, like far away in terms of like, it's like the other side of campus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over by like the Sigma Chi or?
Theirs is like, their house is like literally, I was standing in the lodge, that lodge, where we had the lodge party, looking across to Xana's house when all the cops showed up.
Okay.
Like it's like right there.
Okay.
You walk across, like, and that's like, King Street is where everyone lives. Like King Street is like where all the parties happen. Like that's where everybody is. It's like chock full of college kids in there.
Okay. So you came home around 4 from the house.
Mm.
And okay, so what happened after you came home?
Just went to bed.
Went to bed, and you woke up.
Probably around 11. Because I was studying at noon.
So did she
And
say
then first
we
Go ahead.
Did she say she went to bed? They went to bed at like 2 and then woke back up at 4?
I think that's kind of how I heard it. Did you
And
hear
is
it
that-
differently?
I didn't know like why you would go to bed at 2 and wake up at 4 unless you were getting maybe the text messaging that bad things were happening. I don't know.
Well, Emily, they got home at 4. SRB said, yeah, it's hard to hear her a little bit.
Home at 4. 4.
Thanks, Bubbles. Yeah, she just said she got home and then went to bed at 4. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I still wonder, well, that doesn't count now. So, okay. Yeah, that's what it was. Anyway, thanks, guys.
Know, what it was. So there was a little bit there where we thought it'd be fentanyl or like carbon monoxide or something. But like Stan and Ethan were.
We thought it would be fentanyl or carbon monoxide. What the hell?
Those are two very different things.
Yeah. Whoa. Just to say that.
Very interesting. It's the first time
It
I'm
is.
hearing
It's
that.
an interesting statement. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Thank you, Bubbles.
Aren't big drug people by any means. I never saw them do coke ever.
Had you seen them do any other drugs?
It'd be like, oh,
Why would it be fent when you said they don't do drugs? Bingo. Great point,
Well, I was
Bubbles.
going to say, too, I didn't want to interrupt the video again.
Huge point. Yes. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's a hell of a catch, too. Thank you. But again, carbon monoxide and fent that's a big difference, folks.
Yep.
No, we didn't miss nothing, Terry. That's just weird. Yeah, she's very contradictory. Right there, I never saw them do coke. Of course not. Is that what you're told to say? She's the only one that didn't. You weren't paying attention then. They don't, Terry. They don't. Or Terry, they don't make sense at all. I fully agree with Bubbles on that one. Good catch. Good catch.
but like nothing. It was mostly just alcohol and like Xana like really didn't even take edibles or anything. I also saw that night too.
Who's
One of the roommates who survived.
okay?
Sorry, I'm just
No, you're fine.
thinking about stuff.
I do know some of the players, but just for the sake of this kind of being, we'll call it an isolated interview.
Okay.
I'm just gonna have you pretend like I don't know anything, don't know who anybody is, and so if you refer to somebody, I may just
Explain it.
clarify that.
Perfect.
You said you saw Saturday night.
I saw that. Yeah, I was
Sorry.
I was sitting with Santa. Was I sitting with Santa or was I sitting with I was sitting with somebody talking on the couch that I talked to Santa at. Walked in
At Sigma Chi.
at Sigma Chi in that same apartment. We chatted for a second and then she left.
Do you know about what time that?
We chatted for a second and then she was I sitting with Santa or was I sitting with I was sitting with somebody talking on the couch that I talked to Santa at. Walked in
At Sigma Chi.
at Sigma Chi in that same apartment. We chatted for a second and then she left.
Do you know about what time that was?
I can't be certain on that.
I think she's talking about Dylan.
That's what I think too. I think it's Dylan. And then it makes me wonder if that's, how people kept saying Dylan was popping in and out of places. She's the one who's supposed to be keeping track of them.
Yeah, and Dylan was in and out of the Sigma Chi house that night, hanging out with Gideon, if we remember.
Yeah.
All over the place. And I 100% agree with you, SRB, on that. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Dylan or Bethany, but I thought it was more Dylan than anything because Dylan was in and out of there all night. So that would make more
That's why
sense.
I thought. Yeah, that's why I thought too.
And we know the narrative changed, like from what happened. We know it changed quickly from,
Yes.
From the overdose. Was it first was the shooting, and then it was the stabbing, and then it was the overdose. Like
Shooting, stabbing, overdose, back to
yeah,
stabbing. Yeah.
yeah. It's so maybe this is what a part of that.
Yes.
How part of that happened.
One of the mods, can you please put Moto's link back in the chat so somebody else can grab a hold of it? And yeah, I agree with you. Realize for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ro. Good points, guys. Good points. These kids, young adults, I should say it. There's something wrong with these interviews and the things they say and the way that they're saying them. I'm sorry. They're not normal. It's not right. So
I agree.
Sometimes between midnight and 2.
all right, Mike.
Sorry, I had to take a photo of an email that has a little bit of information on it. I apologize.
No worries.
Is this one? Is that it? The one with all the colors?
No, it's there's like an addendum.
I would do anything to find those guys.
I would imagine so. Do you know of any reason why somebody would want to hurt Xana or Ethan?
My gut feeling on this is that somebody was after either Kaylee or Maddie and then accidentally ran into Xana and Ethan. Xana.
So why is that your gut feeling? What would make you think somebody was after Kaylee and Maddie? I think it's important, and that better be followed up, and I bet you it's not. And that Xana and Ethan were just collateral. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking. She was saying how friendly they were, and she goes on to say, because they just weren't people who really had any beef with anyone. But then we know there was beef because
she just didn't know about it. That's all.
She didn't know about it exactly. So this really, I think, really is her assumption that it was probably them, because maybe her own. Maybe hearing rumors or maybe her own, perceptions of the two of them. But we know there was beef. We know there was, and we know that, that we have a little bit more information kind of pointing in a direction where her testimony about it isn't quite right.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. So did this girl say no, she doesn't know her. That's the thing, Sue, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it's like interesting that she just but I think it's because, as you'll see, I think it's because she really believes in the drug angle.
Lots of people in here today. Right.
I think she believes in the drug angle, and I think that if that's what she believes, she's like, that means that there's no way that it could be Ethan and Xana, and I know who Kaylee hangs out with. I think she was just saying, I think that's why she said that, because that's what she thinks. That's just what she thinks.
Her own perception. Yeah.
Good point. Good point, ladies. Were you going to say something, Moto? No? Okay. That's the way you lean forward, I thought. Sometimes the look on your face makes you feel like you're going to speak. That's all. We're good. On we go.
Ethan were like the most uncontroversial. I would say, and like I said, even before Xana died, I would describe I describe her as the most popular girl in Recro. Everyone knew Xana, and everyone loved Xana. Every single hometown, there's just no I've never been sitting in a room where somebody said, like, oh my God, did you hear what Xana did? Like, it wasn't like that with her. She was just always nice to everybody. If she realized in a situation that somebody wasn't included, she would invite them to the pregame, like, you know, sit with them. Like, it didn't matter who you were. Xana was, and Ethan was the same way. I mean, Ethan was just one of those kids that, like, wasn't into the drama, just super nice.
Other than you don't necessarily see somebody wanting to go after those two, is there any other reason why you think somebody would be targeting Maddie or Kaylee?
You know, when I had left Moscow, my mom would come pick me up, and a couple of the Sigma Chi's came over and hung out with us. A couple of our really close friends, and they said that Kaylee had a stalker or something to that extent, but I don't know the validity in that. I don't know where they got that. I don't know anything about that.
That's okay, because everybody else does besides you, so we got enough stories on it.
There wasn't, like, I mean, in terms of, like, animosity with anything, though, I mean, it's like, especially with those roommates, I mean, there was just no, like, there wasn't any fighting, and, like, Xana and I had like, a lot of conversations, because her out-of-house last year, the one directly next to the house that she was living in, I mean, they partied, like, all the time, like, really hard, not like, drugs and stuff like that, but, like, wine night, tequila Tuesday, like, you know what I mean, just drunk a lot. And she was telling me how great this year has been, because she can, like, go to school more, and, like, you know, she's going to the gym, and she'd gotten a boyfriend, and, you know what I mean, things were going really well. And that's why I don't know. So this summer I lived at,
Welcome, Troy. Here we go with the redactions. Angie B, good to see you there. Down the rabbit hole, welcome. Mountain Man, good to see you, brother. Love and Other Habits, welcome. Brando Tolerary, I'm sorry about that. Firebox, good to see you all. Thank you all for being here. And we're still playing. It's still
anyways, go back to bed. Like, it was just like, it's such a porous, you know what I mean? It was so, everybody was just in everything, and it just didn't, yeah. And Xana was over a lot, too. So.
What have you heard other people say about this?
You know, there's a lot of different things rolling around.
Welcome, Miss Gianna. Good to see you today. Hope you're having a great day. It's been a few days. We missed you. Welcome back.
Nobody knows. The Twitch thing really freaked us out, because, like, in my mind, when I look at that, like, I know that the thing, he's, like, not a suspect anymore. I know how guys are, and, like, adult men are just fucking scary sometimes when it comes to, like, dating and going home with people and stuff like that. And those girls look really uncomfortable in that, and he looks really nervous in it. I mean, of course, you guys can't tell me anything about it, but, like, that to me, like, my gut says that it's.
Who looks nervous?
The guy that puts on his hood when he walks up.
By the way, this interview was November 16th, 3 days into this.
The guy in the hoodie that's talking and, like, stands behind him the whole time. And then when they're walking away, he goes like that. And I just imagine.
Do you know who that was?
No, I wish I did.
Right. And you said he was in line.
She's referring to the grub truck video that was on Twitch that everybody was watching at that point.
Jack Showalter, right?
And she's
That's what
referring
to.
Yeah, she's talking to hoodie guy, Jack Showalter.
Yeah.
Right. Welcome, Sammy.
What I find interesting about that, too, is Dylan also thought it was Jack Showalter.
Yeah.
That's what he said, too.
A lot of people in the beginning of this, if you listen to all these interviews, a lot, even up to what we just listened to oh my God,
Yes.
the other girl we just listened to the other night, the one that sounded like the detective was hitting on her.
Yessie?
No, Perez, Bianca Perez.
Bianca. Yeah.
She said the same thing about Showalter. Almost every interview we've heard from some of the females, they all refer, and some of the males too, they refer to Jack Showalter through the whole
Yeah.
thing.
And they don't know why Jack was hanging out with them.
Right. I don't think any of us do. It doesn't make any sense. We were told something in the beginning that Jake Schreiger told him to, but I don't know that that's true. We have no proof of that. Welcome, Jody. Good
Yeah,
to see
we
you,
don't
dear.
have any proof. We definitely
None.
don't. I was always looking for proof of that, but yeah.
There is no proof of it at all. So again, it's kind of strange. I'll just say that much. I still would like to know why he was kind of following them around. I agree with you on that one too, Sue. As I really want to know what Maddie said to Adam. I think that has a heavy bearing in this case. I think it has some importance, in my opinion. So
I do too.
I'll just say that. So, all right, on we go.
Behind them at the grub truck.
So the grub truck video, they walk up and he's standing like right next to Kaylee when he walks up, and then he gets the grub truck thing and he has his hat on backwards and he's got his hood off, and he goes and he stands a little bit further away because unless he's just an idiot, he doesn't know the grub truck streams. And he puts his hat on forward, puts his hoodie up, and then stands behind them like 10 feet the entire time. And then starts talking to some guy, and they point at him, and like Kaylee and Maddie kind of do like a "don't talk to us" kind of thing. And then when they're walking away, he went, and the direction he walks, if it's not mirrored or twisted or something like that, he like goes to walk toward them and like realizes they're with Chloe, and then directly walks like really hard the other direction. And like that just looked really angry to me and wrong.
He walks really hard the other direction. I don't know. This girl's coming off not to be very smart to me. Just my opinion. It's like she's looking for a reason to make that be him. You know what I mean? He looked like wow, whatever, and walked off, but he didn't look like he was like really pissed off that I could tell. And they knew he was there. He walked there with them. Does she not know that? I don't know.
It sounds like an uneducated opinion.
100%. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, he walked up maybe a little faster, but not hard. Like, what the hell does that even mean? How do you hard walk somewhere?
Yeah. That's almost as good as the high knees.
I mean, he did.
Right.
He did kind of take off, but
No, it's cold out, and he probably was like, "What the fuck? Now I got to walk home in the cold." I agree with that, but not. How do you hard walk? I want to see somebody hard walk.
I know, right? I do think it's weird why didn't he get a ride with them if?
Yeah, there's that. That's a good call. Good point. And it does seem like they ditched him. Sure, he might be irritated, but he didn't not enough to go kill somebody. Okay, but come on.
But there was
Not you guys, but her. I think she was trying to force that theory that it was him, and it was everybody back then. So I don't know. Yeah, Showalter has been arrested before. We have a video of it.
Yeah.
And didn't Steve Gonsalves said that when he went to go investigate him, that the FBI, I think he had a witness or something like that, or somebody he wanted to look into, but not the FBI. But I meant to say that his family, like they showed up on his front doorstep and warned him.
The text messages between him and Brad Norton stated that the Showalter family basically told him that they need to be looking in another direction, or there's going to be consequences. And he also said Mortensen family said the same thing. So, but here's the thing: how much of what Steve G has told us has turned out to be true or false?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they've it's gotten a bit convoluted.
That's the problem. So
yeah, but that is something
we gotta.
that makes you think.
It is something to make you think for sure. Just be careful what you believe, because I'm going to say close to 80% of what he has stated has turned out to be wrong. So just be careful with it. That's all.
Yeah, definitely. Just one of those things you file in the back of your mind, and then just and then you
If
look for
something,
more
yeah,
proof. Yeah.
yep. If something comes forward later that kind of relates to that, then we can take it and go a little further with it. I fully agree with that.
Yes.
On we go.
What kind of vehicle were?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know. It was my car, I think. Because I was in it that night. I don't know what it was. I was drunk, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Car, SUV, truck,
Car.
color, green car.
Maybe. I no, and my was totally ready to come. When I called him about this, I showed him the Twitch video, and he was like, "Oh my god!" And he like almost started crying to me on the phone. And I don't know if he's been talked to yet.
Okay.
So he was also sober and was super
Monitoring.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay.
What's his last name?
It's a tough spelling. Yeah. No, it's tough. Let me see.
Redact away. These redactions kill me, I swear.
And actually, while we're on that, can we grab your phone number as well?
Yeah. I didn't save. Absolutely. And I mean, when I got in his car, we were talking about how lucky he was that he was sober that night because like that lodge party sucked so bad, and, like nobody showed up. And he was like, "Thank God it wasn't like in Halloween or something." But yeah.
Well, of all the nights to be sober for, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Can I grab your phone number? Have you heard any other theories being thrown out there?
One that kind of makes me a little scared. I think the only people on campus that the only people on campus that I've actually ever seen do coke or be involved in things like that, whippets, like that kind of stuff. Mix in there. And I don't do it. Like, it's just not my thing. But I'm not gonna tell you guys if I did, because we're doing this right now. But I've never done it, but I've watched people do it, and that I'd say that like Kaylee would have been in. I don't know if she would have done it, but I know like circles around her would have. And again, like I said, I don't know Kaylee. Like Kaylee of all these people is a person I don't know.
I don't know Kaylee, but everybody that but the people she's hanging out with is people in a drug circle.
Right.
So,
how do you know that if you don't know her?
Exactly. You would. There you go.
Yes, that's my point. A great point, great catch too. 100%.
You never know who's lying or who's telling the truth in this case. Like,
No.
maybe this chick is being honest, and maybe she is telling the truth.
Yeah. Oh, I
right?
know.
I mean, it's possible now that we know Kaylee was in the coke. Maybe,
Yeah. Yes. Very good
the
point.
Conservative.
Absolutely.
And this Sobro was so emotional, like in saying that he was glad that he was sober. Is that what she said? That he was glad he was sober, or she was?
I didn't quite catch that either. I thought it was the Sobro was glad that.
I know, that's what I thought, and I'm like, well, maybe he did drive them. It's so weird.
Yeah.
We know
it
that
is-
David Berry Ochoa, he was sober. He said he was driving that night.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So and he's with Sigma Chi, so maybe that's who she's talking about.
It could be, but then he says that that didn't come together before when he was talking about it. So it's the whole thing is strange. It's hard to connect some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like Moto said, we don't know who's telling the truth and who's not. It's
No.
very hard to figure that out too, based on some of it sounds believable, but then at the same time, the stuff that sounds believable could be the shit that's actually being lied about. You know what I mean?
But none of it's they're not asking what time these events happened, or where these events happened. There's nothing to build a timeline off of, so you can't even verify whether what they're saying is correct or not. So
right.
You know who and how? Yeah, who is Kaylee friends with that that is using?
That should be a definite follow up after that right away. Like as soon as she said that, he should have said, "Oh, okay." Like who? You know what I mean? Can you give me some names?
Exactly. Yeah. Why do you think that? Or just make her leave it open ended. Why do you think that Kaylee is hanging out with people that are doing drugs? What do you?
Anything to follow it? Yes.
Yeah.
They that's one thing with these interviews. They all lack that follow up. They all lack the depth that is needed to get to the details that we need to be able to piece things together.
There's only been 2 that I've heard that they actually have some follow up, true investigative conversation in, and out of all of these, that's the sad part. Thank you, L. Price, for the $5 super chat. I gave Logan some names of LA officers named Adam. She is looking into it. I don't know if she's had time yet. Perhaps it wasn't Adam, the bartender. And I was thinking about this the other day. Thank you for pointing this out, Price. What if it was a police officer named Adam? What if that's the guy's name that she was moving in with in Texas? What if that was his actual name and maybe Maddie had conversations with him, being friends with Kaylee? Girls do weird things sometimes like that. So are you guys all hearing this okay? Because Carrie's saying she can't hear it. Do you guys all hear it?
Yeah,
I can
hear it.
Okay.
But I think the guy's right. I mean, how many people are named Adam? There's a lot of Adam.
Exactly. That's 100% my point.
You can't pinpoint anybody.
Right. That's the problem. And I think we've all automatically thought it was Adam Lauda because Adam was wearing the bar that night. And that's, they're walking from the bar. Adam was there. It was just an automatic thing, but that may not be at all what it was. That's something else we have to remember. Again, thank you, Price, and Manny, thanks you. Another one towards our goal. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Let's see here. She was texting in the bar. She was texting on the walk from the bar to the grub truck insanely. And then she was texting while she was at the grub truck as well. So she was talking to somebody.
Yep. She really
For sure. Itty Bitty, welcome. Good to see you today. Thank you for being here. I didn't see Jesse in the chat. Thank you, Beach Babe. Appreciate that. Colby and Miles are Sigma Chi. Jeannie Ray, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you, SRB guys. If you guys want to jump in the sauce with the rest of us, become a meatball like Manny and all the rest of these awesome peeps in here, that's how you do it. If you're on an iPhone, it's different for an iPhone. It's weird. Otherwise, you can click that link right there and do it. And thank you, Bubbles, as always. Great, amazing job, because you are amazing. And Beach Babe for dropping that. Thank you. And all of these mods are amazing, guys. You just have to tell them. I would love to see you guys tell them every now and then how amazing they are, because they deserve it. Thank you, Halls, for those jewels. And Manny, thanks you as well. And you know what I just noticed about Manny that kind of weirded me out a little bit? It looks like his necklace is growing out of his face. That's creepy. I'm sorry. I just noticed that.
I didn't even notice.
That's very weird. It weirded me out. Sorry. Miss Gianna, congratulations on 3 months in the sauce with us. Very much happy to have you as part of our family. And congratulations. Happy day anniversary, dear. Laura Valdez, welcome to you. She was texting Mason to ditch his date and come over. Good call. Good call. Very good call. You guys are on point today.
He was.
I thought
he was. Yep.
Or Jack was bothering her. I didn't know. One of the two.
I always thought it was Jack. bugging her or saying something to her, right?
Exactly, just being, because she was at the corner club and,
yes,
what are you doing? And why didn't you tell me you were coming? I just saw this whole thing.
Yeah, very good point. Very good point. Congrats, Claire. Welcome to the sauce. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you very much, and welcome to the family, dear. Haynes said he was present at Bryan's interview at the barracks in PA, but they lost the recruit. Yeah, again, for those that were asking about Bryan's interview, there's your answer to it. It's a joke. Making sure I'm not missing anything. I'm glad you can hear it. You might have to go out and come back in, Terry. That could be why. Oh, I got you. Super nice. That's awesome. Maybe that's why, because we're in Ohio. Jordan Quesnel was the girl. The name. Nope. Jordan Quesnel is a girl that was one of Kaylee's friends that was moving. They did an interview with her early on as well. We have that interview. Making sure I'm not missing nothing in here. Karmic's video says proof that MPD actually got into the phone. Interesting. I'll have to check that out. Thank you, Blue Devil. And on we go. Oh, it's for being redacted right now. Surprise. Let's see. Karen, nobody knew Kaylee. I wonder at this point if Maddie and Jack. Good call. Good call. I will definitely, Jeeves. I will. Right. Guys, everything you're saying, this is still playing with. Wait a minute. Yeah, still playing. More redactions. Ms. Rowe, thank you for the jewels. Again, very much appreciated.
Okay, now you're going to have to remove that necklace because why?
You notice it now? It's weird.
He has like a necklace goatee beard deal.
Good. Gotta love AI. Thank you, Miss Sandra. On 9 months. Congratulations. Happy day anniversary. Very much appreciated and grateful that you're part of our family. That's awesome. Miss Rowe, thank you again. I'm going to save that for another one with Manny. That could be it too, nothing. That's a good point. She was smiling though. There we go.
Any involvement with the cartel or anything like that? Because that's a really.
That was a really long redaction. That redaction was insane. I wonder what the hell that was all about.
They were talking about drugs because she immediately says the cartel right when they come back.
Uh-huh.
Dang. I thought you had it on pause that whole time.
No, that was a redaction.
Wow. I forgot about that.
These redactions are insane, but you see, anything that has to do with money or drugs or specific people, they redact it immediately. Thank you, Missy Cat.
Mm-hmm. That's all the FBI's doing there, I believe.
Yeah, good call.
I don't know very much about this. Like I said, we're being brought in to help, just because everybody has dispersed.
Totally.
So, like, we work down here.
Okay.
We're the ones doing the interviews down here because we're down here and they don't want everybody, their mom from Moscow, driving down here just to do interviews. So I'm sure that there are a number of viable theories floating around within Moscow PD. I don't know what any of them are. I kind of asked a little bit earlier, but was there any other reason other than you don't think somebody would have been going after Xana and Ethan, why you would think somebody would want Kaylee or Maddie dead?
No.
The only reason you haven't heard other people around campus talking about either of those two.
Yeah, like I said, the only thing that I've heard of is like Kaylee having a stalker.
Okay.
That's the only thing I've heard. I don't know the validity with that.
Did Xana talk about any drama or beef or anything that she saw Kaylee have or Maddie have with anybody? Any type of offhand gossip that
one person that might know better than me would be her friend. Pretty shook up right now over all this, but I'm sure she'd come in and talk.
And Jo is whose friend?
Jana's.
Okay.
She was really close, and so.
Jana? Is that what she said? Jana? Xana. I'm sorry. I missed. I thought it was a J. Sorry about that. My apologies. That is awesome, bro. I'm happy to hear that. We'll get you there best way we can.
I appreciate that, everyone. Thank you very much.
Oh, no thanks needed, brother. Kelly Coker, welcome. Good to see you today.
Are the people they called to come check out stuff, and her boyfriend. But they're both in right now. They had booked a trip, and they're like, cool.
No, Miss Lisa. It's a meatball, dancing meatball. I've heard that's a new one. I've heard Cocoa Puff, now Poop. It's meatball. That's funny, though. I love that.
Somebody thought it was a turd.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Kind of looks like one a little bit.
Yeah, it does. That's funny.
I mean, I gotta go. So.
All right. And what was Joe's last name?
Oh, it's like or something like that. But let me find it. And she would know because, like, I mean, I was more like the person that came over like on the weekends and like hung out. Somebody like who was in the same sorority as her, lived with, and.
Oh no! Don't apologize. Don't apologize.
You know,
That's an interesting point, Terry. Thank you, Miss Rowe.
Is there anything?
It was either Xana. Why does this detective sound like he's 10? It was either Xana or Jana, Pamela. I thought it had a J on it, but it could have just been the way we're hearing it. That's why I stopped it and questioned it for a minute. But thank you again, Miss Rowe, for those. Thanks, Beach Babe. Make sure you guys are subscribed to both Moto Man's channel and Mikey, The Last 24. There's going to be a show tomorrow night on It's The Last 24 with Mike, Moto, and Dylan, I do believe. So make sure you guys are subscribed.
Is there anything around Xana while you guys were at the Sigma Chi house together that stood out to you as odd or anything like that? Something that didn't sit right with you?
Nothing. I really don't think this was an attack on Xana and Ethan.
Okay.
I think they accidentally ran into them.
All right. Is there anything just kind of in, Saturday leading up to this or even Friday, just around campus, not necessarily around these, the victims that you saw that didn't sit right?
We've had a really weird year at U of I. We had, last year, my friends were, which is a fraternity like right across the street from us, and they were sitting in a room that like had a window right above the door, and some guy with a bunch of face tattoos, and this has already been reported and stuff like that, threw a rock through the window while they were sitting there and like got mad at everybody. They had to barricade all the doors. It was like this whole thing. I don't think they ever found that guy. And then this year, somebody was walking around campus asking students if there was a party, right, like a Sunday night. We were like, no. And same thing, face tattoos, just scary dude in general. And they ended up like literally tackling him in front of, like, arresting him. So I don't know. That guy didn't seem like he was the only one of his type. Does that make sense? And then there was also somebody who pulled a knife on somebody on Paradise Walk that I believe turned himself in.
All right.
After that. But I mean, we got.
So these guys with these face tattoos, I'm going to venture to say they're not students there. More than likely, probably not in the fraternities, not students, just a guess. It just makes me wonder who they actually are. Are they with a gang maybe or something? You know what I mean? I don't know what that means nowadays, but just a thought, just a thought. Just wondering. On we go.
We got a very strange year. And then Yik Yak, there was somebody that said, like, somebody wrote something along the lines of, women, if you're walking outside, I have a gun and nothing will stop me or something like that. And of course, like, it's reported that Yik Yak's Yik Yak and you can't find anything. So we've had a generally dangerous year. And I do a lot of stuff at the university. Like, I'm pretty involved and stuff. And this summer I did, like, UIDA Bound talks every Friday. And every single time I sat up there and I said how safe I feel and how I'll walk anywhere at night. It doesn't matter if I come back from the library at 2 a.m. It doesn't matter if I'm, whatever. And now I feel like I lied about it. Like, I feel like I'm like, it's been a very strange year.
I think it's interesting that she's like finally the only person to say that nothing happens in Moscow, and she's actually telling the truth, that it is a shady year and shit does go down.
Right.
I agree.
At least she finally says it.
Yeah, good point. Niall McGuire, the gang is a pyramid scheme, not a gang. Members can do favors also, i.e. prep. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Interesting. There is and there isn't, Mountain Man. I believe it is, but there's no like verified legal proof. That's the problem. Yet. I don't know if we'll be able to do that or not, but hopefully we can, because I truly believe that's where my theory goes, is in that direction with some other people involved as well. So just saying.
Other than the picture that you showed me of Xana playing the guitar, did you have any other like text or anything, communication with her after leaving Sigma Chi?
No, I am. The last text I sent, I'm seeing if I have any photos from that night. I had to take out one photo last night. Okay. The only text I sent to Xana in the last couple weeks is when I found out that something had happened. We were to Sigma Chi, and like I said, like the kid who we were supposed to study with, he like picked up the phone and was like, "I think Ethan's dead. Like, I can't come do it right now." And so I immediately texted Xana and I said, "I love you," and just never opened it.
All right, Sage, do you think of anything?
No, I think that's it.
Did we get my phone number? You asked for
Miles with low whatever.
Okay, yeah.
And did we grab phone number from you?
I don't have
Okay. And did we ask last name?
No. Let me see. Another tough one.
I remember that, Jonna. Todd Siegel was the first psychic medium right after the murders to say that it was 4 people and 2 of them had face tattoos and neck tattoos. That's kind of interesting. I remember that way long time ago. Good memory and very good call. I mean, if you believe in that stuff, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not the way I follow it, but that I do remember hearing that, and I was like, wow. And now we hear this. That's kind of interesting. I'll just say that. Very interesting.
Creepy.
Yep. They had a certain smell to it. But I remember that. Very good, interesting memory. Good memory. Yeah, I remember that. And Todd's pretty good. I have to say that much.
Did anybody ever ask Dylan if she smelled anything?
Not that I know of.
But I mean,
that'd be a good question though. Like, do you remember seeing, smelling, hearing anything specific? You should ask those questions.
Because I mean, if there was fires or a flash, you'd smell sulfur, right?
Yep. Yes, sir. Or like somebody that smokes a lot of weed or something, it would hang on them. Yeah. You would smell that too, you know?
Yeah. Or cigarettes.
Cigarette smoke, anything. That's something a detective would ask.
Especially
I agree.
in a coat, like in the wintertime, the cigarette.
It hangs on them, yeah.
Yeah. Or I don't know, like blood, or I mean, I'm just
anything, right?
I don't know if you'd smell blood so much, like maybe after a while, but I don't think you'd smell it right away.
Still,
or maybe
though,
they smell like food. Maybe like one of their moms cook a lot or something. They smell like food.
Any specific smells, sights, popcorn, sounds, whatever. Right?
Exactly. Something. I mean.
Yeah. All of that is very important, and I doubt that they did any of that. To be honest with you, that's a true investigation right there, and they didn't do that. That's unwild. That's wild, unreal to me.
Yeah.
They really didn't ask Dylan much of anything, Sue. You are correct. Nothing important. Nothing important.
Not that she would say anything anyway.
Oh, wait a minute.
She would have been able to answer it anyways. It just would have been mumbled.
They did. Okay, I must have missed it then. They did ask Dylan if she smelled anything. So I missed that. I'm going to have to go back and listen.
Do you know what she said, SRB?
She said no.
Oh, shocker.
Surprising. Thank you, SRB. See, I am paying attention today. What interview was that in though? Because I missed hearing that.
Yeah, I didn't remember that either. Like she just said.
Oh, Sleuther said she said, yeah, my own bullshit.
That's great. That's
good one, Sleuther.
There it is. That's the quote of the day.
Yep, good one. Might have to put that on a t-shirt. I
think so.
I can't remember which interview, but good call, you guys. I must not have heard that at all. Oh, I didn't hear that, obviously. I just can't remember how I missed it.
I don't recall it either. That doesn't mean, of course, that it wasn't said.
One of the guys in the beginning. That. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Bubbles is pretty good at holding on to these things. So,
yeah,
I'll go back and check it, make sure that, see where I missed it from so that I know. For future reference. Thank you, SRB, as always. Appreciate that.
That's good active listening, too.
Very good.
Remember that.
Might have been Gooch. Yeah, I'll have to. Some of that interview I was distracted by because of certain things, so that would make sense.
Yeah, it's I think this whole thing is, I think, the worst because, like, and I mean, no fault to you guys, but everybody keeps asking me if there's anything weird. There wasn't anything weird. And we're all sitting, I mean, my whole friend group just sat around and talked about everything, and none of us saw anything that we went, oh, that was strange. And I think that's the worst part, at least from our perspective. Like, our friend group is more like the Xana Ethan side. I didn't really know the, like, Maddie Kaylee side of it as much. I knew Beth pretty well. I know Death pretty well, but I just knew people that were under 21 that could go to the bars, kind of thing.
Yeah.
All of it's just strange.
Have you talked to your dad about this?
Yeah, I texted. So After the press conference and all the news reporters asked, like, what about the roommates? What if the roommates did it? I'm telling you guys right now, the roommates didn't do it.
Why don't you think the roommates did it?
Good question. Let's elaborate on that.
Yeah, nobody's saying that. Nobody's, at least that we've listened to, but there were a lot of redactions. Let's just,
Yeah.
Let's put that out there. But I mean, I haven't heard anybody point in their direction.
Right. Take care, Michelle. I think they've avoided that.
Yeah.
And now there's a huge redaction after making that statement. Come on.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Yeah. I mean,
have they?
Go ahead, Moto.
No, I'm good. Keep on going.
Okay.
Said anything about the incident to you?
No, I haven't really tried though. The only person I like really asked like firsthand was because Ed and I are really, really close, and so you know, really close too. And
welcome, Kim. Good to see you here.
The day after it happened, we were all getting coffee, and we texted and we're like, "Hey, we have coffee for you guys," because the cops had put them up in the back. And we came out, and what Ed told me, and of course, I could tell this story better than me, but said that they stayed at the Whites, right? So it's like Sigma Chi, the Whites, and then all of these other houses right here, all a bunch of different houses. And had like saw something in the middle of the night, saw a guy, and like I'm telling, like in Mossy, like I literally saw people walk out of my front door and went, wonder who that was. Like it was pretty, and saw somebody heard something, did something, locked her door, went to bed, and then thought, gosh, that was weird. And then woke up the next day at noon, like the rest of us, it was, probably she went to bed probably around 4.
That's bothering me more and more as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about that statement. Welcome, lovely me. It's almost like she was told to say that. I'm telling you right now, the roommates did not do it. You know what I mean?
I know it was weird. And then she was like, but then she says, she told me that she heard everything and locked her door. And I thought that was weird. I'm like, yeah, you think, why didn't you ask her? Wouldn't you be like, well, why did you do that?
Why did you not call? Right. Thank you.
I mean, I would, even just as a normal person, that would be like in their friend group. I can't believe nobody asked any questions. Like,
right.
Sat there. Good.
That statement alone right there, the more I think about it, the more it's bothering me. Like, you were told to say that, and who told you that? That's what I want to know.
I think her friend group was scared to ask Dylan that. I think they all thought she was fucking nuts.
That's probably true. I wouldn't doubt it. I agree with you.
Yeah, nobody was friends with her. I think I'm sure that what she's talking about was that she talked to Bethany. I don't think that she had any conversation with Dylan.
And in fact, I think the friends that Dylan did have were probably friends with her just because they probably weren't even friends. They were just kind of like acquaintances that were just being nice or something.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Maybe Dylan had a connection to get drugs through her dad or through her family, boyfriend, whatever, right? And
yeah,
she just kind of leveraged that to make friends.
That's a good bingo. That deserves
because of the whatever crime ring they're in. I mean, it's probably pretty powerful, and you would think the DEA would actually be investigating them.
Yeah. Well, we don't know that they weren't because of that parallel investigation going on. They very likely could have been, Moto.
Well, it's becoming more and more clear that I think that's what the case is here, and hence the reactions.
I'm kind of in that same mindset with you. 100% makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, it took someone a while to convince me of that, but they got me there regardless.
Well, the point is it took us a while to get enough information to be able to go that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's how I see it.
Yeah.
Good point. Yes, everybody, make sure you welcome Miss Kim back from the loser. Lollapalooza. She made it back safe and sound, thank the Lord.
Welcome back, Kim. I love Lollapalooza.
That is very, very true, Missy. Very true. A lot of people don't realize that, but that is very true. Good point.
And then woke up, called in, and was like, I have a really weird feeling. Can you guys come over for a second? Come check things out with me, like downstairs. Because Xana, like when you walk into the downstairs, like door, right? And you walk in the door, you literally, there's a staircase and then Xana's room. And so that's why I think that somebody must have walked in that door, saw them, went, fuck, like that's, I gotta kill them too kind of thing. Anyway, so they call it over, opens the door and sees them, calls the cops, and then walked out, and they were like puking. They were so like literally vomiting outside of their house. And then they were all standing around there like, you guys know where Kaylee and Maddie are? And that's how they figured out that Kaylee and Maddie had died too.
I wonder who asked that.
What the hell?
Yeah.
When did that happen? Like, did we ever see any body cams of people puking or anything? Or was this? Wait,
No.
hold on. Wait a minute. You guys remember when I said I think there were other people there that were there up until the point where they called 911 and everybody took off?
Yes, I agree with that too.
That could be something she's talking about, not even realizing what she's saying. I'm going to play it back again to hear that one more time. But I'm just saying she's either full of shit or that's something that happened that we just don't know about because it happened beforehand. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And
Unless
yeah.
Dylan was telling her that and she's like trying to lay it. I was so upset I was throwing up when they got there.
That's true. That's true because,
I
yeah.
used to do that crap too.
Yep. La Fugitiva, welcome. Yeah, I rewound. I'm going to play that back real quick. Or like Gianna said, she might have just let something slip she wasn't supposed to. Or that too, Tattoo.
Like it was pretty, and saw somebody and or heard something, did something, locked her door, went to bed, and then thought, gosh, that was weird, and then woke up the next day at noon like the rest of us, it was, probably she went to bed at probably around 4, and then woke up, called in, and was like, I have a really weird feeling. Can you guys come over for a second? Come check things out with me, like downstairs. Because Xana, like when you walk into the downstairs, like door, right? And you walk in the door, you literally, there's a staircase and then Xana's room. And so that's why I think that somebody must have walked in that door, saw them, went, fuck, like that's, I gotta kill them too kind of thing. Anyway, so they call it over, opens the door and sees them, calls the cops, and then walked out, and they were like puking. They were so like literally vomiting outside of their house. And then they were all standing around there like, you guys know where Kaylee and Maddie are? And that's how they figured out that Kaylee and Maddie too. They hadn't even.
Yes, sir.
Can we rewind? I can't even. Can we rewind back to where where she says that Xana was living downstairs at a point in time?
Yeah, how far back was that?
No, that's a question I don't know.
No, it was just right there because she says that because she says you walk right in and there's Xana's room, and I'm like, no, that would be Bethany's.
No, the way she says that, a couple of people, I think others heard that wrong too. She said you walk in the door, there's a stairwell, and then Xana's room, I think, is what she was saying. I'll play it back to make sure, but
like right when you go up the stairs. That's
yeah, that's what I thought she was saying.
I see that. Yeah.
But I'm gonna double check just to make sure. Hold on.
It wasn't that far back from where we were.
No. I went back too far because it's redacted now. Hold on.
So I haven't really cried though. The only person I like really asked like firsthand was because Ed and I are really, really close, and so you know, really close too. And the day after it happened, we were all getting coffee, and we texted it, and we're like, "Hey, we have coffee for you guys," because the cops had put them up in the back. And we came out, and what Ed told me, and of course, I like to tell this story better than me, but said that they stay at the Whites, right? And so it's like Sigma Chi, the Whites, and then all of these other houses right here, all a bunch of different houses. And had like saw something in the middle of the night, saw a guy, and like I'm telling, like in Mossy, like I literally saw people walk out of my front door and went, "Want to do that?" And that was like it was pretty, and saw somebody and heard something, did something, locked her door, went to bed, and then thought, "Gosh, that was weird." And then woke up the next day at noon, like the rest of us, you know.
I'm gonna say something here, and I'm not trying to be rude or mean, but this, I think, somebody said in the chat, and I fully agree with this at this point. I think she's talking just to talk. Swear to God, she's just rambling and talking about shit that's not even asking her. So
it's hard to keep attention too. I agree.
Yeah, it's just a feeling I have. It doesn't mean it's true. Okay, I'm just saying that's what I'm getting from her. Like she just wants to talk about shit, so she's talking. Maybe she's right, but this is just odd. I'll just say that. I'm not a big fan of hers either. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not.
It was, probably she went to bed probably around 4, and then woke up, called in, and was like, "I have a really weird feeling. Can you guys come over for a second? Come check things out with me, like downstairs." Because Xana, like when you walk into the downstairs, like door, right? And you walk in the door, you literally, there's a staircase and then Xana's room. And so that's why I think that somebody must have walked in that door, saw them, went, "Fuck, like I gotta kill them too."
Okay, so this is hard to take because this could mean two things. One, you walk in the door, there's a staircase. She didn't say you go up the stairs and then there's Xana's room. She just says there's the staircase and then Xana's room, which could be the staircase and or the spare bedroom, or the staircase and then Bethany's room, or the staircase you go up it and then it's Xana's room. So it's hard to verify exactly what she's saying. I mean, I took it at first as though you go up the stairs and it's Xana's room, but she doesn't say you go up the stairs. There's the problem. So I guess we just take it the way we think it is. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't, again, they don't clarify it. Once again, they don't ask her to verify what she's saying. I don't know.
If she didn't frequent the house, she might be a little bit confused about who goes where, you know?
Well, but at that point, though, realize she shouldn't be saying it then. You know what I mean? Because this is a police investigation.
And that's what they all do. They all talk about things that they're like, they don't ever say, "I heard." They'll just like act like they knew it as knowledge.
Yes, that's a problem too. And I think that it should have been. I don't know. They should have forced her to verify certain things. That's all.
It seems to me like she's trying to make her. Yeah. It seems to me like she's trying to fit herself into a place to be relevant. Like I giving information, like the information that she's giving it seems very flimsy. I don't know, like flaky. I like she's saying things that don't really make sense, and that's it's almost like she's fishing for stuff, like she's trying to make it fit, you know what I mean?
Maybe that, but when Kaylee moved her room, my understanding was Xana moved in she was in another room possibly too. Now maybe she was on the first floor initially, and maybe that was the last time this girl was in the house. And that's where Xana's room was at that point. I'm not saying that this is a fact. It's just a guess, you guys. I could be completely wrong, and I usually am. That could be what she's meaning, or she's just not saying it the way you're supposed to say it. You know what I mean?
Right.
She didn't follow through with what she was trying to say completely, and they never followed up with it. So there's the problem. Thank you, Ro.
And then what really bothers me about what she says, like fuck that. That's now I got to kill them too. Does she not realize that Dylan was right there in the middle of it, and fuck, they would have to kill her too, because she's right there. If that with that logic,
that's a good point. That's a good point for sure.
That drives me crazy.
I just want to say I'm gonna hop down, guys. I gotta go eat some dinner. So
yes, sir.
Moto,
yes, sir. Thanks for joining here, bro.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, guys.
Take care, Moto.
Yeah,
forward
absolutely,
to your
bro.
show.
Yep, looking forward to it.
See ya.
All right, bro.
Kind of thing. Anyways, though, they call it over, opens the door and sees them, calls the cops, and then walked out.
Opens the door.
They were so.
Hold on a minute.
He said opens the door and sees them. And you know what? They said that on, there was another thing that we watched where they said that Hunter had to open the door. And I'm like, it's crazy. I've heard this a couple times now.
Yep. That's why I'm going to play that back one more time.
Feeling, can you guys come over for a second? Come check things out with me, like downstairs. Because Xana, like when you walk into the downstairs, like door, right? And you walk in the door, you literally, there's a staircase and then Xana's room. And so that's why I think that
That's very hard to take. Staircase and then Xana's room. Anyway, I'm going to move past that because it's going to drive me nuts. And yeah, SRB's right. We were told that door was open. So.
I know, but we've heard a couple times now that it was closed from people.
Yeah, it was closed, then it was half open, then it was all the way open, and then it was right. It's very confusing.
It's like Whisper Down the Lane. The story begins to change once it gets into different, hands.
Right. If that door was closed in the morning, then Dylan closed it because she saw bingo. Thank you.
Well, that's why I'm mad. That's
what and that's what I've been saying for years now, because especially when Dylan came out with her stupid, I ran to Bethany's room, and on the way by, I glanced and saw Xana. Bullshit. You did not. You either went down that hallway and walked in that room, or you saw the whole thing happen, in my opinion, and you shut the door because you didn't want to have to see it again. Closing the door is a way to distance from something. So 100% SRB is, in my opinion, 1,000,000% correct. So just saying.
I don't think it was. I think it was closed, and I don't think Dylan ever saw it open.
Oh, no, I think it was open at one point when this all went down. Or I know what you're saying. Or Dylan went and looked in that room and the door was closed the whole time. Dylan went and looked in that room and saw what she saw. And then, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it could work out either way. Either way, it points to Dylan contradicting what Dylan has stated, as always.
Yes, either way, Dylan is lying because...
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Very good points. You guys are really on fire with this stuff today. I love it.
But he must have walked in that door, saw them, went, fuck. Like, that's, I gotta kill them too, kind of thing. Anyways, though, they call it over, opens the door and sees them, calls the cops, and then walked out. And they were, like, puking. They were so, like literally vomiting outside of their house. And then they were all standing around there like, you guys know where Kaylee and Maddie are? And that's how they figured out that Kaylee and Maddie had died too. They hadn't even saw it or heard it or anything.
And what's last name? Alon?
Yeah, Alon.
Okay.
And like I said, she's in Mexico right now.
Oh, that's right.
And, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you feel investigators should know? Anything you feel is pertinent, not pertinent? Anything else?
Go back to the coke thing. There's only one person in Moscow who most of the get their coke from. I guess I probably should tell you guys this. he used to also kind of hang out with Xana.
Okay.
And like Xana, and like he would trigger to a couple formals kind of thing. I don't think we did this. His name's Bang.
His name is, hold on.
I think it's Mason Bangman.
Yeah, isn't that what Bianca Perez said?
Oh, I don't know. That's just what I thought it was whenever
Or no, it's this one. It's this one, yeah. She says the name.
I think she says Mason Bangman. I think that's what she says right there.
They screwed up the redaction and they blocked out Mason, and she says Bangman after the fact. So yeah.
And he dated Xana, so there you go.
Right.
Like he would trigger to a couple formals kind of thing. I don't think we did this. His name's Bangman. He also.
There it is, right? See how they screwed up the redaction? I'm glad they did that time. So we all know who he is and his background in some aspects. So there you go. She definitely says without fail, Bangman. So we only know one Bangman. So that gives us that answer. I think that alone makes this worth what he probably paid for it. Just say that. Definite slip up that they didn't want out.
I mean, and she literally just said that this dude, she just named him, is dealing coke to all the fraternities and sororities.
Everybody. It was coming from him. Yeah.
Just saying.
So that means I'm going to guess that would mean, in my opinion, that he has some kind of a connection to Emma Bailey and Demetrius Robinson. There has to be. There has to be. Without fail, because of what we learned on the body cam video in the interview that we heard with when Caden Young passed away. So there's definitely a connection with them and the story. So
yeah, and Emma Bailey and Demetrius Robinson, have a further reach. They're in the region, not just there. So, you've heard it from one of the interviews that they hung around. So they hung around like friends, and if you knew them, you knew them.
If you knew, you knew, right?
You knew, right, and you knew what they were for. And if not, then you thought they were just hanging out, cool people. That's weird. I forget who the last person was. The guy who.
That came from the Dave interview that we listened to the other day. That was from way back in the beginning of this. So
yeah,
it's all coming together, guys. And no, sure. Terry, you're thinking of Mason Barstow, not Mason Bangman. Two different people. People get them confused all the time. Thank you, Sleuthie.
Doesn't even go to U of I. He just lives on the University of Idaho campus and pretty much just hangs out. They didn't have like a terrible falling out. Xana didn't have terrible falling outs. There was never anything that was like, oh my god, like it was so, you know what I mean? Nobody hated her, including me. Posted a bunch of stuff about this and how sad he is about it, and I believe him. But had his fair share of like drug stuff, and he used to take Xana.
Mm.
I probably should have led with that. I told my mom that, and she was like, oh my god, Bertha. And like I know some, like I was like,
you missed it all, Jesse. Everything, the whole thing, even my name,
the whole dang thing.
You missed it yesterday, the day before, and today. I'm just kidding. We're just in the interview, Jesse. That's all. Good to see you, brother.
This is Martha, and she's friends with Xana and Ethan and a little Maddie, and of course does not know.
Yeah, and she just called out too, Jesse, that the biggest coke dealer on campus that sells to everybody's is Mason Bangman. Don't apologize, buddy. I was playing with you.
Who dated Xana?
Yeah. That's all you've missed, and it's important wise.
and he also doesn't even go to U of I. He just lives on the University of Idaho campus and pretty much just hangs out. they didn't have like a terrible falling out. Xana didn't have terrible falling outs. There was never anything that was like, oh my god, like it was so, you know what I mean? Nobody hated her, including me. Posted a bunch of stuff about this and how sad he is about it, and I believe him. But had his fair share of like drug stuff and used to take Xana.
Right.
I probably should have led with that. I told my mom that, and she was like, "Oh my god, Martha." And like I know, like I said, I lived in summer. I lived in the house he's living in right now. He's a devil that got kicked out of death because he chased a bunch of kids back to the dorms one night. He's somebody should probably have a conversation with. Kind of an interesting guy.
Okay. Anything else?
You said he chased a bunch of people back to the dorms.
Yeah, he was, I don't know if he was drunk or coked out or whatever he was, but so Old Greek is like right here, right? The dorms are like right here, Sigma Chi and all this stuff is over here. And he chased a bunch of back to the dorms and was like barking at them, and like it's the reason he got kicked out of death. Happened like 3 years ago. I don't think Mason is a violent guy. I also don't think Mason would have the physical capability of being able to kill Zan or be able to kill Ethan just because he was so much bigger than him.
Chased him on running after him or drove his car.
Yeah, barking at him. I'm gonna kill you, kind of. Yeah, like I mean, not obviously you make people throw that around.
So they're barking and saying, "I'm gonna kill you."
So.
Right.
What an interesting choice of words. Bark.
I paid rent to all summer, and it was like $150 a month or whatever, right? And instead of paying the landlord, he just pocketed all the money, kept all of it, right? As a fraternity man would, right? And so we got a
bunch of people back to the dorms.
Yeah, he was.
I'm playing that back again. I want to hear something.
I don't know if he was drunk or coked out or whatever he was, but so Old Greek is like right here, right? The dorms are like right here, Sigma Chi and all this stuff is over here. And he chased a bunch of back to the dorms and was like barking at them, and like it's the reason he got kicked out of death. Happened like 3 years ago. I don't think Mason's a violent guy. I also don't think Mason would have the physical capability of being able to kill Zan or be able to kill Ethan just because he was so much bigger than him.
Chased him on running after him or drove his car.
Yeah, barking at him. I'm gonna kill you, kind of. Yeah, like I mean, not obviously you make people throw that around. Yeah. So. If this tells you kind of what guy is, I paid rent to all summer, and it was like $150 a month or whatever, right? And instead of paying the landlord, he just pocketed all the money, kept all of it, right? As a fraternity man would, right? And so we got an eviction notice this summer because man didn't use any of the money we paid him to pay any of the rent.
Of course.
Yeah, which was really good, you know, good landlord liaison. This is him. This be a fun story. I'm like, this is a photo of him and Xana together. Let's see if I can find it real quick. that's him and Sam.
Is his name on there?
Yeah. Mason. Well, like I said, I don't. The idea that we do this is pretty outlandish to me. But maybe we'll understand the drug portions of it, and that side of things.
Thank you.
All right. And you're pretty confident that, not to go out of left field, you're pretty confident that this is the one that picked them up from the grub
I'm
truck.
100% positive that's who drove him home.
All right. Do you know much about an Uber driver named?
We don't take Ubers very often in Moscow. Uber is like not something people do very often.
Okay.
For a while, the university was trying to do like vandal Ubers, where like all Ubers were free, and then people were doing stuff like taking it to Boise and stuff. I had to kind of curb that a little bit.
Yeah, she's talking about Eric Bauer, or they're asking
You
about.
never got a ride from a guy named.
No,
Okay.
we never. Again, we don't. Lyft was trying to come back, but like Uber and Lyft were super popular.
Okay. I think that's really all we've got.
Okay.
Like I said, I'll keep your information on hand if there's anything else.
Okay.
And you're pretty confident that, not to go out of left field, you're pretty confident that this is the one that picked them up from the grub truck.
I'm 100% positive that's who drove him home.
All right. Do you know much about an Uber driver named?
We don't take Ubers very often in Moscow. Uber is like not something people do very often.
Okay.
For a while, the university was trying to do like vandal Ubers, where like all Ubers were free, and then people were doing stuff like taking it to Boise and stuff. I had to kind of curb that a little bit. But no, I don't.
Okay. You never got a ride from a guy named.
No.
Okay.
We never. Again, we don't. Lyft was trying to come back, but like Uber and Lyft were super popular.
Okay. I think that's really all we've got.
Okay.
Like I said, I'll keep your information on hand if there's anything else.
Okay.
One of the many rabbit trails we can probably go down.
Okay.
And if there's anything else that you would like to include that you didn't, you can reach out. I'll leave you. I don't have any business cards with me. I could probably run to my desk and grab one, but I'll leave you our information, and then you can call in and we can take an additional statement over the phone or meet up with you somewhere.
Okay. I just want this guy dead. Whoever did this. Like, I have to be morbid about it, but like, I want to be there when he gets like sentenced to death and stuff. This is awful.
This is November 16th when the interview was done.
So that's I put both of our names on there. That's my phone number. Is cell phone, so you can text it if you just have a quick minute, like, hey, can I call you in a little bit or something? Or if you don't call it, you can also call the office.
Okay.
And get a hold of my desk phone as well.
Is this something I can like tell people to call?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And then with that, we'll conclude the interview at 3:00.
That was very weird.
Very weird.
For sure.
She said some things that just, I don't know. She's 100% sure that a Sobro took them home, and it was not Gower. She never even heard his name, she said.
I know, and like that's what got me. That's part of the things that got me about this interview. Why are you 100% sure? I mean, the only way you could say 100% sure is literally if you talk to that person and they told you that they drove them home.
I want to know how you were 100% sure. Yes.
Absolutely. That leaves, you're saying that that leaves absolutely zero doubt.
Yeah.
Like about 100%. Who it is.
100%.
And you got to back that up. You can't just throw that out there.
Exactly. And they didn't
For
ask
sure.
her to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
She's like, nobody ever uses an Uber. But I can see how, if they did have that beta testing, that could be like how Kaylee got in touch with Eric because they were doing free rides, and maybe he just kept doing that. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, and Uber's expensive. So like the Sobro stuff, you're having like college age kids, being the ones to do it. You're either going to pay nothing or very little.
Yeah. That's I have some questions about it. I don't know that I believe everything she said.
We know things that she said were not true, like where Anna's room is and things like that. So, I mean, I don't know. What do you...
Yeah, Chelsea said she didn't really know the girls, so she should have just not spoke on it.
Well, that's how all these people are. They totally should not be speaking on anything that they do not know firsthand. There's so much of that case.
Right. That's a good point. All right, guys. So this next thing, I do want to review this because it's been requested for sure, and it's something I wanted to talk about anyway, but it's interesting, as it always is when they speak.
Oh,
this is from this morning. The Gonsalves appeared. This is why they went to New York, so they could appear on the Today Show again.
Yep.
Oh, wait till you hear this one.
Now by Kaylee Gonsalves' family, her parents, Christy and Steve, and her sister Aubrey is with us this morning as well. Welcome back. Welcome back. We were talking just a few minutes ago about the documentary itself, and one of the things that I found interesting was that it didn't focus on the killer, focused on the victims, focused on their stories as well. Did you find participating in it to be cathartic? Did it help with the grieving process?
Yes, and Sky Borgman, who was the producer of that, knew that we were very adamant about that, and she really took that into consideration. That we wanted this to be victim based, not him. Obviously there is no story if you don't talk about what happened.
Right.
So that had to be done. But it was good to see them in person and
Dago.
Am I the only one that makes
I said your name. I was like, Dago, do you think she's on something?
She looks like she's tranked, you guys. Like tranquilized or some shit. That's wild.
She's slow talking and slow blinking.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy? Did you? Did you?
Oh, hold on. I might have slowed it. I did slow it down earlier.
Yeah.
Or no, I sped it up.
Oh, no, you sped her up.
No, I slowed it down. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
That's what I meant to ask you from the previous interview because she was talking too fast. Remember,
that guy didn't sound like that.
No, you're right. That was me. Oh my God. I'm such an idiot. I am an idiot. Sorry about that.
No, you're not. Don't say that.
On we go. I'll fix it now. Jesus, what a dumbass I am.
Gonsalves' family, her parents, Christy and Steve, and her sister Aubrey is with us this morning as well. Welcome back. Welcome back. We were talking just a few minutes ago about the documentary itself, and one of the things that I found interesting was that it didn't focus on the killer, focused on the victims, focused on their stories as well. Did you find participating in it to be cathartic? Did it help with the grieving process?
Yes. And Sky Borgman, who was the producer of that, knew that we were very adamant about that.
Okay, I put it on normal speed, and she still seems a little bit slower.
I was gonna say there's still something there.
A little bit. It wasn't as bad, but yeah.
No, but it's there.
Okay. Anyway, just pointing that out.
And she really took that into consideration that, we wanted this to be victim based, not him. Obviously there is no story if you don't talk about what happened.
Right.
So that had to be done. But it was good to see them in person and in real filming, real photos. And as sad as it was to watch, because some of those moments just take you right back to when it all started. There are some moments that, you could definitely smile.
Yeah. Steve, the last time we chatted here on the show, I recall you expressing some frustration that the case never went to trial. Now, of course, the same week that this documentary comes out, he tries to change his plea. Would you like to see a trial? Would you actually like to see this go to trial this time around?
That's never changed. I've been consistent through and through. The evidence was there. I want to honor all the work that the agents did, and I think it should have stood. We need to make case law. Idaho had a chance. We spent $8 million. We really were in a perfect position to put our foot down and say we're not going to allow this to happen in our state. And I would have liked to see that happen.
In the docuseries, the police chief, the Moscow police chief, he basically says, as you saw, that he thinks that this is essentially a death penalty because he'll die in prison. He'll do the 4 consecutive life terms. What do you say to that?
If it was his kid, he wouldn't feel the same. That's not a real death penalty. And it's my child, and I'm going to demand the highest standard of law. And that's not dying in prison, getting vegan meals and being treated like some kind of celebrity. And that's not even close.
I did actually appreciate him saying that. And
the police chief.
Yes, the police chief. I never actually had thought about that. But death row is different than, in which he is not on death row. So the life that he would live up until the time he would die is different. So that is, a small factor there, or a big factor.
We shouldn't pay for his PhD. And he's going to get a PhD in prison. Why? Because our system is questionable. Somebody like that should not keep going to school.
Say again?
Why is he bringing up that he is getting a PhD like that? He just throws these things out there. It's so terrible.
It is ridiculous. I fully agree. Fully agree. The vegan meals, they don't want him to get any special attention whatsoever. Nothing. They don't want him to breathe. Okay. I've never heard people push. I understand if it was my child, I would be upset too. Any of us would. But like they're so pro-death. Okay. I've never seen people so pro-death in my life. They've made statements about one of the reasons they moved to Idaho was for the death penalty. Okay. These types of statements. Wearing the death row records t-shirts and stuff. I've never seen somebody so pro-death. It's kind of disturbing. I know they had a loss, a horrible loss. But I mean, it's almost gross how pro-death they are. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, you don't hear people saying that like all the time. Even victims' families. I mean,
yeah.
They're
scary.
lay it on thick for sure. It is disturbing actually, in the way that
Very.
they him and make actual threats, acted threats that like poisoning his food and stuff. Like that's scary.
Yep.
You must be careful with that because if anything happens to Kohberger, he's been made quite a few times.
They're untouchable as far as they're concerned. They know that they can get away with these because they have.
Yeah.
Okay, but at some point. There's going to be a line somebody's going to draw. Everybody feels for them because of what they've been through. But you could only get away with some of this shit for so long. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, because you're saying that you know somebody, you're alluding to the fact that you know somebody that can do something, right? And that's been said quite a few times.
Many, many times now.
And so whether it's just even the threat itself, whether it be idle or not, I mean, there are consequences for that, and they better be careful.
Absolutely.
Aubrey, mom and dad have sort of been out here talking about their beloved daughter for a number of years now. We saw your sister there in the story. She read the victim impact statement last year as well. This is the first time we've seen and heard from you. Why did you decide that now is the time to speak out?
Yeah, so when everything happened, I was a sophomore in high school. I was only 16 years old, and at the time, I kind of just decided that no words were going to bring back either one of my sisters, so I didn't feel like saying anything. And now that I've gotten older, almost 4 years has passed, I realize still that no words are going to bring back my sisters, but words are what's going to keep their memories alive. And I'm not really one to put myself in a situation like this. I don't really like to, but I know that I have to keep Maddie and Kaylee's name alive, and that's why I'm here today.
Let's talk about Kaylee for a second.
Hold on, can you pause it there?
What do you want the world to know?
I just wanted to point out that I thought it was interesting that she said Maddie and Kaylee instead of Kaylee first. I always feel, it almost feels like, I don't know, just kind of insulting, in my opinion.
As a biological sister, yeah. Definitely makes sense.
As the biological sister.
Right.
But
I get it. I
don't know, it just rubbed me wrong.
Understood completely.
I do love her, and I feel for her, and I respect her for coming out and doing this, because I'm sure it was not easy. She doesn't seem like one that likes this kind of stuff.
She could be nervous. She could be nervous and just kind of...
I wonder if they forced her to do this or if this was her choice. You know what I mean?
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
With them.
Right. Yeah, they should be doing it. I agree with what Niall said there. Keep Maddie and Kaylee's memory as alive with truth. How about that one? We need to try that. I feel bad this little girl has to be brought into this because she shouldn't, but she's now speaking out online in different ways and stuff too. So just saying. Good call, though. Very good point.
About your big sister. Maybe things that we haven't heard, or maybe things that we don't know.
I think you could see exactly how Kaylee was as a person just by looking at pictures of her. She was like the bubbliest human ever. She was always down to have a fun time. She was always, looking at the positives. She was one of the hardest workers I've ever met. And to this day, that is a huge thing that provides me with like a constant need to keep going, because I know that Kaylee would be doing the same thing had she still been here. And I really am just trying to do half as much as I know that she would have.
How are you guys doing? How are you holding up?
I think we're doing a lot better. We have a nonprofit, yeah. Murder Has a Name, and it's made us focus on, there's true crime and it's very popular. So how do we take that true crime and point it in a direction where they actually can make a difference in a courtroom, make the world safer, and not see it just as something that is entertainment, but no, I can reach out and I can do something. And we're trying to find cold cases. We're going to do IgG. We're going to do genetics. We're going to do the lab. We're going to private fund it. And we're going to work with those investigators. And we're going to make, we're hunting the same people that, killed our child. We're going after those people.
As you do it, come back and share those stories with the world and with our audience.
Whoa.
Hold on a minute. Let's stop. Freeze.
Right there.
Hold on. Listen to that statement again.
Investigators, and we're going to make, we're hunting the same people that, killed our child. We're going after.
We're hunting the same people that killed our child.
That was the point. That was what I heard today. And that stood out. I was like, OMG.
You mean the one guy that's in prison that killed your child, or no? Are you actually telling the truth now? Those people, the same people.
Mm-hmm.
Plural. Not what?
So weird.
We're hunting the same people that, killed our child. We're going after those people. killed our child. We're going, and we're going to make, we're hunting the same people that, killed our child. And we're going to make, we're hunting the same people that, killed our child. We're going after those people.
As you do it, come back and share those stories with the world and with our audience as well. The strength and dignity that you guys display every time you're here is just remarkable.
Yeah.
And to you, happy early birthday.
Oh, thank you so much.
Big 2-1 tomorrow.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Christy, Steve, Aubrey, thank you. Thank you as always.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show.
Did he just say she's going to be 21 tomorrow?
Yes.
It's going on 4 years, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is Steve said that not once, but he said it twice.
Wouldn't that make her 20, or am I not doing math right?
That's what I was pointing out, Tomboy. He said people. Yeah, multiple.
Yeah, the people part, not person or.
So she was 17, not 16. Got you.
Oh,
Anyway.
Oh, okay.
So even if he was like, we're going after the people that, that killed our child, we're going after him. Like he could have corrected himself, right?
No,
But
I'm
he
surprised Christy
But he
didn't correct him.
Yeah.
Right.
So that tells me that was intentional. I mean, what do you mean by people? Who are you talking about?
Thank you.
The last time I checked, Bryan wasn't plural. He's one person.
Very good point.
So that to me is very, very indicative.
Oh,
Agreed.
I thought you said she was 16. I'm so confused.
She said she was 16, but if she's going on 21 tomorrow, she had to have been 17.
Oh, poor thing.
If you do the math, that's how that works.
Oh.
Very weird. So I got one more thing I wanted to go over with you guys today because I think it's important. They can't, Tomboy. You are correct there. There's a video that was put out. There's a couple channels that I follow regularly and that I present to you guys regularly, and then we discuss them. This was just put out. Oops, sorry. Yesterday, and I think there's a great point in this. Very interesting point, as are most of her videos. Yeah, he meant people, like multiple people, Tomboy. That's what we're saying. So we are gonna tinfoil hat. Welcome. We're gonna break this down real quick too. It's not super long. It's like 20 minutes max. So that's about right for us here. That way we don't go over. So here we go. And the video was put out by TruCrime Design. And it's called Bloodstains Explained. This is an interesting point. That's a couple of them in here. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on. Here we go.
I didn't want to fully speak on until I confidently understood the big picture of the entire. So this is a big topic I didn't want to fully speak on until I confidently understood the big picture of the entire scene at 1122 King. Because, to be candid, the distribution of bloodstains and types of patterns shown in the crime scene photos throughout the house is very complex, and the story that is told by the evidence is anything but straightforward, requiring research, reflection, and intense scrutiny of the established narrative. But after reviewing tens of thousands of photographs taken at the scene and considering as many possibilities as to what went down here, things have finally clicked, and I could not be more eager to share the conclusions I've reached, because unlike the state and their experts, I have an educated and logic-based explanation for why the scene looks like it does with regards to the distribution of bloodstains and lack thereof. I'll attempt to be as unbiased in my assessment as possible, even bolstering the state's case where I can to eliminate any sources of doubt that may linger. Properly understanding and classifying bloodstain pattern evidence at the scene is critical in confirming, or in our case, refuting assumptions concerning events and their sequence. It is my overall conclusion that a struggle did not occur in this house. I believe that the victims were accosted by or in front of the White's apartments, tortured and killed elsewhere, Their bodies eventually dumped in their respective bedrooms, and the scene was then staged and cleaned up. Staging of the crime scene wasn't limited to the positioning of the bodies, but I believe it also included physically pouring blood in certain areas around the bedrooms, wiping it around the floor, and smearing blood onto the furniture to replicate a struggle. In addition, it's likely that there was even post-mortem stabbings of the corpses after they were staged. This was done to misdirect and support the single killer narrative. Dr. Turvey, an expert for the defense, briefly addressed the staging of the scene, stating that the bodies of Maddie and Kaylee were posed and positioned for effect, supporting our long-held belief that part of the motivation for these murders were to send a message or warning out to the victims' families and associates involved in criminal activity. While I don't believe a struggle occurred inside of 1122 King Road, I cannot say that some of the injuries weren't inflicted inside of the house. I believe that some of the victims' stab wounds were delivered post-mortem to create the illusion that they were killed in the house. This is why we see a small amount of cast-off on the walls. On that note, I'd like to reference an email tip I received over 2.5 years ago before any of the crime scene photos or police reports were released. The anonymous source indicated that Jesse James Bailey, who was a leader of the Aryan family Omerta gang, quote, told the frat guys and drug dealers to put them in their bedrooms, stage them after death, and, quote, carve up Kaylee for me, end quote. The source goes on to reference how the king, or Steve Gonsalves, allegedly owed him $700,000 in trafficking proceeds that were never paid, making Kaylee a target of his anger and rage in accordance with the crime code of Omerta. The human body has 1.2 to 1.6 gallons, or 4.5 to 6 liters of blood. However, when a person bleeds out, they don't lose 100% of their blood volume, as cardiac arrest kicks in around 40 to 50% blood loss. So let's conservatively estimate that 2 liters of blood were lost per victim in the process of exsanguination, or bleeding out, as a result of their extensive sharp force injuries. Multiply that by 4, and we should expect to see a minimum of 7.5 liters, or just over 2 gallons of blood. For the purposes of our analysis, let's say 1 gallon of blood per bedroom. To give you a rough visual, here's an image of a gallon of chocolate milk spilled on the floor. Does that look like the volume of blood in each of the bedrooms? Let me know your assessment, because I think there is nowhere near that volume of blood shown in either bedroom. If the primary bloodletting injuries occurred in the bedrooms, we would also expect to see arterial blood patterns from the perforation of the subclavian arteries suffered by all 4 of the victims. Instead, we see mostly splash patterns, wipe patterns, transfer, and saturation stains. The amount and distribution of blood shown by the images is inconsistent with the level of violence inflicted on these victims. Further, the cleanup of the crime scene is proven beyond a shadow of a doubt by the dilution of bloodstains, the amido black results, and the lack of undiluted transfer stains throughout the house. The dilution of the bloodstains found outside the bedrooms is a glaring problem for the state, because it proves there was a cleanup effort that their narrative obviously can't afford, as their patsy didn't have time or reason to spray down and wipe up blood outside of the bedrooms. In fact, there's only 1 blood stain outside the bedrooms that was not diluted by another liquid. It is transfer stain D on the north side of the half wall of the living room that came back as belonging to Ethan. And to be fair, the presence of this stain in this location could be explained by Hunter Johnson's reported attempt to check on Ethan, but it's the lack of other undiluted stains like it throughout the house that tells us there was a cleanup. It's impossible for the murders to have occurred where they said they did without tracking blood throughout the house on doorknobs and handles, etc. Amido black is a synthetic dye used to detect and enhance blood proteins, revealing residual blood left behind after an attempted cleanup. It binds strongly to proteins in blood, such as hemoglobin, making faint or wiped residue visible. Excess dye is typically rinsed or washed away, leaving the protein-bound areas dyed a distinct dark bluish-black color against the treated surface. This testing was done at the crime scene and is the source of a lot of confusion. And it took me a while to figure out what I was looking at in these crime scene photos with regard to this blue staining. But I think I finally understand what these stains show us. Think about it like this. You spill a glass of wine on a table or the floor. The way you would go about cleaning it up is first with a rag or paper towels. You want to get as much of the liquid substance up as possible before introducing a cleaning solution, which is only really meant to take care of the residue left behind after the substance is removed from the surface. Otherwise, if you spray the mess directly, you're just diluting the stain and making a bigger mess to wipe up. The cleanup crew did not understand this concept. Think of the amido black stains not necessarily as blood, but as cleaning solution that was sprayed onto an adjacent surface that had blood on it. When the cleaning solution was sprayed onto the surface, it came into contact with the blood stain and carried blood proteins with it as it dripped down the walls and cabinets or pooled on the floor. This is what the amido black testing revealed. For example, that's not a puddle of blood at the bottom of the second staircase, but rather a pool of cleaning solution mixed with blood proteins that accumulated at the bottom of the staircase as the banister was sprayed down. Then that mixture was wiped up. Also take note of the locations that tested positive in amido black processing. Doorknobs to the bedrooms, handrails, kitchen countertops, the sliding door threshold and handle, all areas that one would spray down to get rid of blood or fingerprint evidence. The amido black processing also revealed what are referred to as splash patterns. These splash patterns can be seen on the upper half of the first staircase banister after processing. Someone thoroughly sprayed it down. Why else would it look sparkly and clean at first glance, only to be lit up like a Christmas tree after forensic processing? I still have yet to hear an explanation from the debunkers that properly addresses this issue. We also see splash patterns on the baseboards outside of Dylan's room, adjacent to the latent footprint. If there was no cleanup, the bloody footprint would have been visible to the eye. It's telling how the state cherry-picked the latent footprint to present as pretty much the only crime scene evidence in their probable cause affidavit. They bypassed and dismissed all positive areas revealed by amido black, no mention or explanation for the other positive areas in and around the threshold of Dylan's room. They did this because, unlike the cleanup crew, the cops and prosecutors realized that it was not plausible to conclude that 4 extremely violent murders occurred in those bedrooms, but there was no visible blood tracked throughout the house. A better explanation for the accumulation of blood proteins in this area could be that the bodies of Maddie and Kaylee were temporarily dumped at the bottom of the staircase before they were carried up to Maddie's bedroom. This could have been done to give the perpetrators and accomplices a break from carrying the dead weight of 2 human bodies before transporting them up the staircase and into Maddie's room. So how does the state account for the diluted bloodstains? Their blood expert made a half-assed explanation, but it does not logically suffice and contradicts other conclusions made in their expert report. Their expert, Dr. Sutton, acknowledges that the bloodstains have been diluted by another liquid and attributes the diluted stains on Xana's bedroom door to her mouth and nose injuries, alluding to the possibility that these stains are a mixture of saliva or mucus and blood, as she was coughing up blood, I presume. And I'll hand it to them, that's actually an interesting conclusion, and there was, in fact, serosanguineous fluid found in Xana's upper and lower airways on autopsy. This fluid is a mixture of blood and clear serous fluid caused by penetrating trauma to the chest, not a mouth and nose injury that Dr. Sutton attributes the dilution to without elaboration or supporting evidence. This biological mixture, if coughed up, could maybe explain the presence of diluted stains near the decedents, but it's a far stretch from the obvious conclusion that there was a post-homicide cleanup. It certainly does not account for all the other diluted stains throughout the house, the amido black test results, nor the lack of undiluted stains outside the bedrooms. The same expert states that there is no evidence that Xana Kernodle was ever east of her bedroom door threshold once she was bleeding. Dr. Sutton fails to opine on the source of the other diluted stains throughout the house, but does address them with a weak conclusion stating, quote, "The presence of diluted blood stains outside the respective bedrooms indicates that the person or persons responsible for the creation of these blood stains also caused their dilution," end quote. There is no follow-up explanation as to how or why the blood was diluted, but I'll try to imagine one. Again, giving maximum benefit of the doubt to the state's case here. Let's imagine in his, 9 to 13 minute window after killing 4 people and inflicting a total of over 100 sharp force, the lone perpetrator washed his...
Yep.
I just noticed like some discrepancies with this video because at the beginning, didn't they say that they thought that they were killed somewhere else?
Yeah, I don't follow that theory at all.
Because then they're saying that there's a cleanup because the murder happened there. So you can't have
No.
it ways.
No.
I mean,
No. That's kind of one of the points I'm showing you guys. And that's why I was going to explain here in a minute. Thank you, Moto.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. You're fine. That's why we're here. Thank you very much, Moto, for that.
Moto.
Hold on a minute, you guys.
Yeah.
1 second.
Get it.
Appreciate you, brother, always. Where the hell is it? I see all these gifts being dropped back here in the back end now, too, that I can see it. Thank you all very much. Hold on. Where did it go? I know it's in here because it has to be over here. Oh, there they are. Looks like Niall McGuire, G-Bean, Miss Jeebs, Karmic Retribution, Firefly, Bama Girl 75, Roll Tide, Adaz, Lisser 81, Music Love Terra, Colin Stevens, Stu, nope, Tracy 2245. All of you guys, welcome to the sauce. 31 new meatballs jumping in today. Moto, you're the man. Appreciate you, brother, so very much.
Nice, Moto.
And welcome, all you guys. Welcome. We got 31 new meatballs today. Thank you to Sluther, Moto, and anybody else that dropped those.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of new meatballs.
That's awesome.
That's a
Thank you,
spicy
guys.
sauce now. That's spicy.
Welcome to the sauce.
Absolutely. So thank you, guys. Yeah. There's some points she makes in here that are that I agree with, but the whole being killed somewhere else, no, nor even outside, in my opinion. I just don't. I don't agree.
So either.
I try to think of the level of work it would take to get them from A to B, just to get them up all them steps and the staging. I mean, especially if the bodies if they're already gone, if they've already passed away. Bodies that people who have passed away are very, very heavy, very hard to maneuver.
And with the injuries that were had, if they were outside and brought in from another, there'd be blood all over the place. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now Kaylee being in the living room and maybe being taken upstairs, I could see. Beyond that, this is a lot. Okay, that's all I'm trying to point out to you guys. So, 100%.
I mean, they could be an attack like it could have started. Like I could see maybe the beginning, but not them already be done.
No.
I find it to be a little bit far-fetched because, and then you got all these people and then the potential to be seen by people maybe you don't want to be seen by.
Right. And I'm going to tell you guys, like, if you've never carried a body after it's deceased, holy shit.
Oh, dead weight is not a get. Nope, you don't play with dead weight. It is
Even
fun.
small people, you guys.
Yes.
I've picked up people that literally, when they're alive, weigh 100 pounds, 110 pounds, and it's like their weight triples. No lie.
Yep, that's what I mean.
Does.
So, just saying.
And I think it's like weird that they're showing this drain when we know they didn't test the drains.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's a little bit, and this is kind of why I'm showing this. Kind of out of the range of where we're kind of, I think most of us are thinking at, and to some of the things we've learned. So, just saying. Nothing against her, but I show her stuff.
Oh, no.
You know, whatever direction it is, just to show points, different points, whatever you guys think is up to you. Your perception is completely up to you, all of that. So, take care, Deebs.
Speaking of drains, I just want to say this real quick because you have me thinking about how when the HVAC showed up to the house,
right?
Yeah, that to me was interesting. That was there for a while. I'm thinking, why were they there? Like HVAC, that's like heating, cooling, the vents. Like, what were they?
I heard something was wrong with the furnace, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, I just find it interesting the timing. Like all of a sudden, there's something wrong with the furnace. Like, come on.
Yeah. Right. No, I fully agree with you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's a good point. Something good to point out.
Yeah.
His hands, but didn't dry them off before exiting the scene, and thereby tracking a mixture of blood and water and/or soap. If that is the potential source of dilution caused by the perpetrator that Dr. Sutton vaguely cites, it still doesn't suffice due to time constraints. I also think the state wanted to exclude the
In a sense, some of these things a couple of things I was pointing out to show you is how ridiculous Sutton's perspective is on this, okay? It just doesn't make sense. So that's a good point with that, 100%. So just saying.
Oh, definitely.
This somewhat logical explanation because it would undermine their own assertion that the perpetrator was wearing gloves, eliminating the need to wash hands. To avoid this contradiction in their case, the state likely instructed their expert to limit the specificity of this conclusion. They want to have their cake and eat it too. Let's address the issue, but not elaborate or support our conclusions with evidence. As such, this report would simply not survive any level of cross-examination. It seems that the consideration of an extensive cleanup effort was absolutely off the table for consideration. In contrast, the defense expert, Dr. Turvey, provided a much more logical conclusion that aligns with the blood evidence and my own personal evaluation. Quote, direct evidence of this cleanup can be found in at least some of the dilute blood transfer, which was located in different areas of the home. Indirect evidence includes the absence of bloody transfer from feet and hands, despite the movement of suspects within the home, the necessary opening of doors, and the absence of bloody footwear patterns at the scene in general. All of this would have required an extensive amount of time at the scene to clean, perhaps hours, which is inconsistent with the state's theory that these crimes were committed within a time interval of less than 15 to 20 minutes subsequent to 4 a.m., end quote. You'll often hear the state in this case rely on the disingenuous and frankly dangerous claim that a lack of evidence is not evidence. In fact, their blood expert specifically cites to a paper with this title enclosed in their report. I've heard this assertion put forth while studying these true crime cases, and I guess there are certain contexts where it can be true. Specifically, from a defendant's perspective, for example, if a defendant's home is searched and there is no murder weapon or bloody clothing found, and the state twists that as, well, of course there isn't. We expect him to have thrown that away anyways. Defense counsel could use this, a lack of evidence isn't evidence of a crime, claim to combat the state's flawed conclusion. However, it's a whole different ballgame when the response is coming from the state and should concern every citizen of this country. If this type of investigation or theory of prosecution is normalized, the state can arrest, try, and convict anyone of any crime, whether they have evidence or not. If the state is accusing you of a crime, a lack of evidence is exculpatory evidence. In fact, juries often acquit based on that very lack of evidence. In a normal, above board investigation, a lack of evidence discovered against a target or suspect would cause investigators to go back to the drawing board and consider alternative suspects or theories of a crime. Clearly, that was never going to happen here.
We are bound by the law now. We are bound by the law now.
Please don't get distracted by the conspiracy theories, and I'll just be perfectly blunt. The nonsense that some people put out there just to stir the pot, that hurts the families all the more. That hurts the community all the more.
The single perpetrator theory was decided on day one, and their so-called investigation was simply about finding a patsy to put the frame on and finding ways to explain away the evidence of multiple perpetrators, a crime scene cleanup, and disregarding victimology, specifically familial involvement in drug trafficking. That's what happened here, and every piece of forensic evidence that comes out further proves this to be true. I have seen many different takes on what the bloodstain evidence inside the house tells us as to the sequence of events on that fateful night. With all due respect and credit to everyone working on this thing, I think there are a few errors made in analyzing the blood evidence. First is the presumption that the murders occurred in the house. And second is analyzing each bloodstain as part of this sequence of events without consideration of cleanup efforts as proven by the dilution of bloodstains. Because this crime scene was staged, I found that taking a step back and observing the scene as a whole to be the most beneficial in interpreting the available evidence. I feel strongly that the struggle and primary blood-letting injuries were sustained elsewhere, likely in an outdoor location that could be easily hosed down. I believe blood was collected for staging purposes and poured over the bodies, specifically on the beds. I believe the bodies were further desecrated post-mortem. I believe there was a cleanup crew, possibly fraternity pledges or new brothers, bound by a perverse brotherly oath born out of ritual and sealed by secrecy. This is what the evidence in its totality is telling me. But now I'm interested to know if this presentation has changed the way you view this crime scene and the murders overall. Is there any part of my analysis you disagree with or can add to? As always, I appreciate your input and feedback. Thank you for listening.
Okay. Now, again, I showed that for probably a different reason than what I would normally show her stuff for, because it doesn't. I don't want you guys to think things because I think things. I just want you to make your own choices and decisions. But other than the very end part she was talking about with Bill Thompson and all that stuff, this is not what I think happened. It just doesn't make sense to me. And again, that's my opinion. It doesn't have to be yours. I want you guys to make your own. But I can't get on board with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't either. I can't.
No offense to her. Okay, she does great work. But that is one thing again, I'm showing it because I feel that it doesn't make sense. That doesn't mean it has to be that way with you. But it just doesn't to me, guys. It's too much work. It's too much going on. There's too much going on with that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So,
and we know that Logan talked about the lack of blood, like outward, was because they had so much blood inside of them in their lungs and stuff.
Yeah, the blood like pooled inside of them. Correct.
So, I mean, that in and of itself, to me, whenever I heard her say that, based on the autopsy report, that gave me, I believe that's why there's not a lot of blood.
With those two, for sure. Absolutely. Because, like I said, it pooled within their bodies, and that's why there's no exterior blood as much as she's saying. So I fully agree with that.
And also you have to remember, too, it depends at the time that they passed away. If the heart stops, it's not going to keep, pumping out.
It's not going to keep spraying no matter what happens. That is correct. That is correct.
So you would have less blood in that situation.
Once the heart stops pumping, any injuries that are incurred from that point forward, there's no blood coming anywhere out of the body at that point. It's just going to bleed within. So yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, Niall. if I'm saying your name, I hope I am. The plastic being laid down. I don't know that they had time to do that kind of stuff beforehand. Okay. After the fact, sure, but I just feel like that's a whole lot of work that had to happen before they did it to be able to get in there and do it as well. I do agree with the machete theory. I always have. Um, I just feel like that taking the time to lay down plastic beforehand would have just taken up so much extra time that I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. It doesn't mean it didn't happen. You know, all of you guys' opinions are very important, and I like hearing them all. My personal opinion is that that was just a lot of. Can you imagine the time it would have taken to the time it would have took to pull a Dexter and like cover plastic on everything, and then you know what I mean? It just seems like a lot of it express time that they didn't have.
Yeah, I don't think.
That's all. No, I agree. They do. Agreed. I struggle with who did this and the time they would have had to have to do this. That's all. Not saying it's not a good point and a very plausible situation. It's just to me, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. That's all.
And if it was anybody like related, like a drug dealer, if this was a hit or something like that, they're not going to sit here and lay down a tarp. They're not. They're in and out.
No.
They're not going to. No, those particulars. No.
Not at all. I don't believe so. I agree with you.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna do it for today. 3.5 hours into this. Do you guys have Sweet Pea, or realize you have any questions, thoughts, opinions before we shut this down?
I don't have any questions at this point.
No, I'm good. I think we said everything that needs to be said. Thank you so much, as usual.
Yeah, of course. And honestly, guys, my final thoughts on Martha Smith's interview. I don't know that I trust most of what she said. I don't know that I trust her at all. She makes me highly uncomfortable. There's a couple nuggets in there, sure, but these kids, I call them kids because they're young, way younger than I am. Okay, I know they're not kids; they're adults, but
I do the same thing, and then I'm like trying to correct myself, but I still
it's
think
hard.
they're
I
kids.
know. It's hard, but yeah, she's probably one of the lesser credible people, in my opinion, with some of the stuff she said, because she doesn't seem to know much. You know, like I said before, it sounds like she's just talking to be able to talk, which doesn't make sense. But
yeah, I think she's probably one of the least.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead. CP. No, I was just going to say that I think that she's probably one of the least credible ones, I would say.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, definitely out of all the interviews. Because Sweet Pea.
Oh, I was just going to say that, actually, now I don't even remember. I do think that the things that there was some things that she said, but that were the most things that, sorry, I don't know how to say this. She is credible in the fact that, I think that she did spend time with Xana beforehand and stuff like that, which I think is good for our time frame.
Yeah.
And to also hear that, you know, one of the last things that Xana did was talk about marrying Ethan. I think that's adorable, considering we have all this Erica stuff and all that. It's just refreshing, even if, you know, I don't know, but
no, I get it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's adorable too. I mean, if anything, in these interviews that goes along with that is that everybody talked about how perfect they were for each other.
That I agree with. I think they were a very awesome couple, and I hope they were completely together when they passed, and that you know that's something I hope for, and that there was not a lot of suffering, which unfortunately it feels like there could have been.
Yeah,
but they were a beautiful couple. I'll say that much. So
for sure.
With that, I want to thank you again, Sweet Pea. Realize Moto, thank you for joining me up here today as well, bro. Appreciate you always. Absolutely, guys. Hope to see you guys very soon. I may be jumping into the Discord tonight if anybody's interested, or here a little bit if anybody's interested. And if not, no worries. No worries. I am going to have a quick meeting with my moderators before I do anything else, though. So hopefully I'll see them, the ones that are available. Thank you to them as well for helping out in here as always and doing an amazing job. Thank you for all the donations. 30. Oh, where'd it go? Probably help if I moved things. There we go. 31 new members today. That's absolutely amazing. I appreciate all of that so very much from all of you. Moto and Sleuthy, as always, you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you to all of you guys that are part of this community. I couldn't ask for better people. Thank you again so very much to all of you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves and love each other. And please don't change a thing, because that's truly what I love about you is you. I will see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Justice for the victims.
The coffee's cold, the final stain. We laid the map out in the pouring rain. No hidden corners left to creep. The dark truth woke while the city was asleep. The evidence lines up straight and true. A perfect picture of what they chose to do. The quiet street erupts in flashing light. A reckoning delivered in the night. SWAT serves the warrant, loud and clear. The sound of justice, the only thing we hear. At the TruCrime Cafe, we watch the suspects finally pay. The dark truth is backed and signed and sealed. The wound is closed, the name is finally healed. It's finally healed. The cafe's empty, closed for the night. We put the darkness back into the light. We'll wipe the counter, set the empty chair, and wait right here for the next secret laid bare. Until the